It is Friday. It is Stash Wars Live. Mike the Sig Slayer here, chilling with my main villain, the Honorable Villain, Mark the Honorable Villain. And we got one of the homies, one of the OG Stash fan, Mike, man. Another Mike. We got two Mikes, man. What should we call you, man? I got to give you a nickname. What's your nickname, dude?
Mighty Mike.
Yeah, Mighty
Mike.
That works. Yeah.
You're Mighty Mike. We already got people in the comments. What up, everybody? We are chilling. Hashtag Sig Slayers. Hashtag Stash Wars Live. Let's get that going. They already know what's going on. So let's just get this going. Let's start collecting comics. Hashtag Stash Wars Live. We got 2 entries. Hey, the magic number is 20 tonight. Albert Bells, yo, what up, y'all? We are in the hizzy Space Case Collectibles. Just want to say what up to everybody as we get started.
Wait, am I able to enter or no? It's just the people? Because I could use some free stuff. I don't know. I haven't been getting paid a lot lately.
You can throw yourself in. My man Southern Comic Geek, he would throw himself in 8, and especially if it can help them win prizes.
Oh, wow.
I would say do it because we need 20. So we unlocked 15 was the number for last week. And just so you guys know that for the last week's winners, anybody that won last week, the prizes are coming to the headquarters, and then I will be processing all of that stuff and shipping everything out to the corresponding winners. So we're definitely doing that. And as always, we have hashtag Stash Wars Live. Just know that going in. But Mike, definitely, Mighty Mike, definitely enter, because the more the merrier, and it just increases the chances of somebody winning, man. Space Case is already in the building. He knows what's up. So, anyway, so guys, what are we talking about tonight? I didn't even get a chance to do a banner, but I got a banner down the line. So, but the main topic, the meat and potatoes of tonight's live, I think DeClaw asked me a couple weeks ago, what is your top 20 comics? Okay. What are your top 20 comics? And it took a while. So we're going to talk about that. That's coming here. So this is actually tonight is going to be the prelude to the countdown to the top 20. Okay. Because it was so many dope comics that I couldn't just narrow it down to just 20 real quick. And I want to give you guys a little snapshot of our process. And it also gives you a chance to understand how we value comics, how we value signatures, how we even navigate the situations to get the signatures, like the whole 9. So you'll get a little bit about the Sig science in this whole journey in the prelude. And then meanwhile, Mighty Mike and Mark, they're going to share 5 bangers from their collection. So that's what's going on. So that's the main topic of tonight. Okay. Definitely, as you come in, please smash the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the Sig Slayer Station, what are you doing? See, DeClaw, you're there. Let's go. I told you I was going to do it, but we're starting with 35, number 35 to 21. Okay. So this is the prelude. Okay. Because there's so many bangers, and I just feel like, some's going to get lost. And plus, I want you guys to understand the rationale, and it gives a chance for Mike and Mark to chime in on their rationale and how they do things with their collection. And we can kind of open up the table. And then always, we're definitely going to have callers. We're going to have callers today. So that's going to be later on, especially after Mike talks about, because Mike's going to talk about good modern comics. So ask yourself and tell us in the chat, please, we are begging you, what are some good comics that are out right now, current comics right now, that people should be picking up? Put it in the chat right now. I don't care if it's indie. I don't care if it's Marvel, DC. It doesn't matter. Comics that came out, let's say in the last 6 months. Okay. So that's really recent. I'm not saying recent like the past 5 years, 6 years. Collectors can, get into the collector bug, guys, and talk about, recent stuff, because they're so busy chasing like keys from back in the day that they think recent is like the last 10 years. But, Mike, you brought this up, and I want everybody to hear your voice. And tell everybody where you're from and like what's your like favorite thing in the hobby.
Oh, I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Tampa, Florida originally, but I couldn't hang in Florida. I wasn't a fan, so I moved out here to the wrong coast. No, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? What am I into? What are you talking about?
Like what's your favorite thing about the hobby? Like, I'm into SIGs. Like, what are you into? Are you into just reading, or like what keeps you into comics?
I'm a big reader. I will say that, but I enjoy like signatures because it's kind of, you brought up blessing the book. You get to go and you get to pay your respects to the creators. I really like talking to the creators. That's probably the biggest thing I go to do at events, hearing the behind the scenes stories. I mean, I think it's great. I'm a big fan of that. Especially a lot of these guys influenced me like crazy when I was a kid. Like their work was phenomenal when I was a kid. That's what got me into writing. So like meeting people like Mark Waid and Jeff Johns, Brian Michael Bendis,
definitely, man. And last week, Mike, you missed when we were talking about like the top writers. And I just want to get to this. Albert Bell's. Yeah, he's the easily absolute universe, Ultimate Universe, Energon, Ghost Machine currently. And that's what we're saying. We're to answer your question, single issue or universe, we're talking single issues. So like a story that's happened, it could have ended, like it happened in the last 6 months. Somebody starting a run. So definitely we're talking about titles, individual titles. Who's writing it, who's drawing it, why do you think it's dope? So definitely tell us that in the comments, and we're gonna talk about that, and then you guys get a chance to call in later on that. So Mike, so you're a Sig Slayer too. You like that? You like getting signatures? What would you say is like, who was like your favorite person that you met, as far as like you looked up to this person, you loved their career, and you was like, oh my God, I can't believe I met them. And not just that, it was a great experience.
Man, it was a couple. I don't think I choose one. Brian Michael Bendis recently was a huge influence with the OG Ultimate Spider-Man. So meeting him was a huge, I fanned out. Like Mark was there. He had to take photos of me. I barely could smile. I was so nervous, He's a great guy.
You're a big Spider-Man guy too, right?
Big Spider-Man, yeah. So like OG, we're looking at like Gary Conway was a big, like my top comics were written by him, like Spider-Man 121, Spider-Man 129. These are all big Gary Conway. I mean, he's a legend. Marv Wolfman was one of my first events, and that was, cream of the crop right there. I mean, he worked on everything. Marvel, DC, he double dipped. I mean, he was great. And he's so friendly, he would talk about Crisis. So yeah, man.
So Mark, what about you? Like, who was like the first person you met where you were like, oh snap, man, like not only I can't believe I met this person, but also the experience was dope.
I think it's the same, man. I think Mark Waid has like a really nice effect on people when you see him. He comes off very nice and everything, and then if you talk to him about anything about comics, dude, he'll school you in comics and he'll give you a whole. He's an encyclopedia. He's the human encyclopedia. Is Mark Waid's alter ego, man. But he'll tell you anything about any publisher, any comics, anything about comic creation, man. So I really like talking to Mark Waid every time I see him too.
So Mark Waid, that's what I was like, and it's crazy because I've been seeing Mark Waid for so long that it just I kind of get desensitized to it. I think like, oh man, who do I think of? Like, where I was like, oh, like my jaw dropped when I met him, and I was like, I gotta say, for me, it was Grant Morrison when and I want to say 2017, and he was I think one of the editors for Heavy Metal, and he was at San Diego, and he was at the Heavy Metal booth, and no one really knew, and I had like everything, bro, dude, like everything that I could think of, and it wasn't that I was planning for Grant Morrison, but Kubert was there and Tony Daniel was there, and then all of a sudden here comes Grant Morrison. That was crazy, and it was all free signed stuff. It was insane. But anyway, we're going to talk more about good modern comics in a minute. We always got to start the show off with the picks of the week, guys. And last week we went over pretty comprehensively Free Comic Book Day and Free Comic Book Day coast to coast, and there were signings. Sanford Green, Brian Stelfreeze, what was that? North Carolina, I think.
So
Yeah, there was people all over LA. There were so many signings in LA during Free Comic Book Day. They made a Free Comic Book weekend.
I think Mike
in LA. There were Saturday and Sunday signings like crazy last weekend, just over LA. So we went over a lot. But Mark, you, my friend, and just so to show you guys, this is the topic of the day. We're going to be going over top 20 stash war too. So we got a lot to cover today. Okay. But Mark, you were at Free Comic Book Day, Collector's Paradise. Shout out to Ed at Collector's Paradise. And Mark, you saw Rodney Barnes, or what was up with that?
Rodney's always cool, man. So I've interviewed him like once or twice, and you've interviewed him maybe like what, six, 7 times?
Something like that, man.
So quite a few times, but Rodney's always cool. I picked up some issues for some giveaways. That wasn't him signing my books, but I caught some footage. I also saw another creator, Patrick Horvath, and this was my only stop at a cut Free Comic Book Day short.
This is the Winnetka shop?
This is a Winnetka shop.
Yeah. Man, so the Winnetka shop was crazy. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, we had to get ready for our McFarlane interview, so that's why I had to cut Free Comic Book Day short. So this was my only stop for that day, for that whole weekend.
Well, this is a hell of a
Well, I held it down though. I kept going, Mike. I was there, but I stepped it up for you. That's my head right there.
That's Mike's head right there.
Oh, so you was there too, Mike?
Oh yeah, man. I went to all of them So Free Comic Book Day is the biggest day of the year. I was telling Mark, I don't know what happened to him. We got to keep going. You can't just do one.
Oh, we was handling our business, so it was for worthy cause. But Rodney Barnes,
worthy calls.
Yeah, Rodney Barnes is just a spoiler alert. He's going to be the next guest on Sig Slayers next week, and he's going to be talking about Batman Full Moon, a story from Black Label, DC Black Label, that just recently ended. And I believe this week coming up, the same week, wow, it's going to be available for trade paperback. And so you'll be able to buy Batman Full Moon in its entirety on Wednesday and then see the interview featuring Rodney Barnes on Thursday on the Sig Slayers station. That's coming up this upcoming week. It's going to be fire. And so Rodney Barnes, this was great. You were able to do this. Like I said, shout out to Ed. I haven't been to a Collector's Paradise, Winnetka, in a hot minute. So you went there, Mark. I went here, and this was the first time I actually went to this shop. It's 901 Comics in Cordova, Tennessee. Never been there. Only been to Cordova, Tennessee, maybe like once or twice. But Mike DiCarlo is somebody that always eludes me. He's like that third signature that will make that book so sick. You know what I mean? You got the writer and you got maybe the cover artist, or the interior, but that Mike DiCarlo sig to go along with the Jim Starlin or the Todd McFarlane just dolls up the book that much more, right? And as you can see in this graphic, Mike DiCarlo did the famous Batman 423, but he also did the first appearance of Lobo book too, right there at the bottom. And as you guys know, Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo, right? He's going to be Lobo. And so people are already like kind of picking up this book early. And yeah, if he's in your neck of the woods and you have this book, why not? And he was drawing up a storm, man. Mike DiCarlo was doing his thing. Such a nice guy. We're definitely trying to get him on the channel. So he'll be on the channel. Like, expect Mike DiCarlo sometime this year, man. Like I was with the guy for at least 2 hours. And I mean, look at all these Batman classics he's signing. And then, he was doing sketches, and they were pretty affordable, only $50, I think, for most of them. And then he had a portfolio. The cat's got Death in the Family. You see what I'm saying? And then you have the Death in the Family blanks in the mix. Like this dude, like he was doing a lot of damage there, man. You guys already know what's up. Put in your Stash Wars lives. Magic numbers 20. Magic numbers 20 tonight, and then later on we will do our prize reveal. So put in your hashtag Stash Wars lives, as you guys already know. You guys already know what time it is as we kick it here on this lovely Friday night. But this is Mike DeCarlo. Last week, Free Comic Book Day, 901 Comics. Met them for the first time. They were cool. But he was blessing just books. These mad books. He got a Marv Wolfman book. And then I guess he did War Machine, some stuff with some War Machine key books. And people were bringing those books left and right. But he also he had a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool stuff in his portfolio. Just want to show you guys this real quick. See, I thought this was cool. As you guys saw, Mike also did Death in the Family. And I love this piece to the left where he kind of did the evolution of Jason Todd. You guys see that? You got, Jason Todd as Robin, a dead Jason, and then you got Jason Todd as Red Hood. Yeah, I thought that was pretty slick.
He's got the anti-monitor on the other side too.
Yeah, I really thought that was dope. And I really liked that how he kind of kept it in that Perez Ordway kind of look. You know what I mean? With the anti-monitor and the Superman and Supergirl. Yeah, so OG, super OG. It was great seeing them and meeting them. And yeah, I had to get a picture of them. This is out like in the Memphis area, and this was, I mean, I think I got like maybe 11 books signed. How many books did you guys get signed on Free Comic Book Day?
Maybe like
I don't know.
Approximately.
For me, it was a lot more. It was more because I went to more places. I don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of the free comic books signed by the people that were there, but it had to at least be like 15 at least. So I don't know. I don't count. I just get in the zone.
You just get in the zone and you just
I get in the zone
out.
and I just keep going. Up until the up until the bell. That's how I work. So I got a question, Mike. What was it like outside? Because you go to LA signings, or you used to go with me all the time. What was the store
you
like?
You used to go with me, sucker.
Yeah, I drove. I count that. So, what was it like outside of LA? Like, what are the signings like? Like local stores, like this one.
Dude, way less populated. I would say that. I would also say that. There's less competition, dude. So if you have your LA sensibilities, because there's so many events happening in the greater Los Angeles area, and there's so many informed comic book fans that knows what's going on. That's why something like this that happened a couple weeks ago with Todd McFarlane, right? You were there too, right, Mike? This, like, so many people slept on this. Like, so many people slept on this. And so
you're talking about when he almost got in a wreck just there, right there? Is that?
Yes, I told you. He almost got in a wreck right there.
Yeah,
man,
but
he was dangerous.
So he was literally pulling up,
Yeah.
But my point is that was one of those diamond. Like, no one goes to El Monte, bro. Like, come on, let's think about that.
It's my hood.
That's in your area. You the one got to go all the way to the yeah. Like Mark is the one that's always got to do all the migration, right? So El Monte, and it's not really like hyped up like that. A lot of people slept. Yeah. So that's what happens. And so at these other areas, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like people slept, but it's not like people slept. It's just that that's the comic scene in that area. Whereas in Los Angeles, I honestly believe that that's the mecca of comic book fandom. Like when you think about
Don't tell New York
collecting
that,
and
though.
reading, huh?
Don't let New York know that. They still think they got the lead on us.
New York has Midtown Comics. I give them that, man. But the amount of comic books we have, and I think the weather permits so many more events too. So, nah, dude. Like, there's too many. Like even Ed, just Ed alone can battle like half of the East Coast in signing. You know what I mean?
And then there's the random signings like what I went to yesterday, like the Horizon Experiment, like with Jay Holtham and Tanana Revdu and Pornsack Show and Sabra Prasada. You know, that's at like a bookstore, you know. Jeff Johns was at a Barnes and Noble the other day. So, you know, there's random stuff like that that's happening. Jim Lee and James Gunn were at the Warner Brothers studio lot, you know. Stuff
Yeah,
like
man. Like stuff just happens randomly. And so, but people said even last week, right? Like, oh, a lot of stuff happens in LA. A lot of stuff happens in LA. But hey, man, this wasn't in LA. And I'm pretty sure cats wanted to see Mike DiCarlo, you know, especially LA cats, especially hardcore Batman guys that get Sigs, people that I know. This dude doesn't show up a lot. That signature matters in a lot of in the hearts of a lot of collectors in Cali, in the West Coast in general. So Mike DiCarlo, that's not a ho hum. He's always here every year type of guy on the West Coast. Just letting you guys know. Make sure you guys putting in your Stash Wars lives. Definitely do that. Definitely do that. So yeah, he's definitely not a ho hum signature guy in the West Coast. Now the East Coast, a lot of the cons over there, like Heroes and maybe Baltimore and Fan Expo Philly, et cetera, many more than I'm not mentioning. Mike DiCarlo will be there, right? But for cats like y'all showing up at a free comic book day, and he's not even from Tennessee either. So why was he there? You know what I mean? Like that was random for him to be even in Tennessee. So
he probably knew you. He probably knew you were in the Midwest, and he's like, I got to meet Mike Wetz Jr. It's like, where is he? He just knew Tennessee and rolled the dice. So
you're putting my whole government name out there, man. Come on, guy. I think he is a spy, man. I think you are, man. But that's later on. That's later on. Anyway, free comic book day. To me, I had a good time. Mike, okay, so you saw Rodney. Okay, well, who
love
else?
Rodney.
Was there another store that you went to that was a collector's?
Yeah, I went to a bunch. So somebody I met, I was going to bring up because I've never met her before, and she ended up being really cool. I mean, let me make sure I get her name right. Karina Bechko, but I didn't know her very well, and then I talked to her, and she's big into horror comics. She did something called Heathen Town in 2009. And it was a really cool book. Like I got the trade just because I did one of those things where you meet somebody and you're like, hey, I want to support them. And then I got home and read it. I was like, man, this is really cool. But shout out to her. So she was there at the Winnetka and next to Rodney and Horvath. And and I mean, Justin's great. And then when I went, he talked to us for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I don't know, Mark, if you saw it, but somebody, one of the random people online gave him a painted clay statue of his character from Beneath the Trees. I wish we would have a photo of that. That was crazy, man. That was crazy.
That book has like a crazy following because it like appeases to like chicks and everything. So like there's fans like that are like making stuff and like doing stuff like that. So.
And I brought up Karina because, Mike, I thought you like her. She worked on, she got an Eisner for along with her Gabriel Hardman, who I also met at a different store on Free Comic Book Day, who gave me this book, Green Lantern Earth 1, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Have you read that, Mike? You got a
No, I
chance?
haven't read a lot of the Earth One stuff because it was like isolated.
Yeah, it's like its own
novels.
universe.
I haven't even read the Batman Earth One stuff with Jeff Johns yet. I haven't even read that yet.
Dude, they're so good though. Like the only one I haven't read was Teen Titans, but man, that Green Lantern, Mike, you'd love it. You should read Earth 1. I was upset because they didn't do a Volume 3 because they were doing trilogies for all of them. But these guys were cool. So Gabriel Hardman, her co-writer for that, I ran into him at Things from Another World, and he just was like, hey, I remember you because he was at Collectors. This is the cool stuff that happens in LA. So he was at Collectors. I'm like, man, I didn't know there was a Volume 2 of Earth 1 Green Lantern because it came out during COVID. I was like, I love the first one. So he's like, okay, well, see me tomorrow. I might have a surprise for you. So I show up. He has a signed copy of Earth 2 Volume, Earth 1 Green Lantern ready to go right there. And it's like, hey, you don't have to pay me anything. This is cool. And I'm like, that's the stuff you get in LA. You get that casual relationship, you know, like you go places, people always are friendly. They're wanting to hook you up, talk to you about stuff. All the creators are fans out here. So you talk about random, like I'll be in line and then I get a major creator next to me in line. And I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, I just want to meet Jim Lee. You know, that's the kind of culture out here, you know?
And I just want everybody to know that you're from Florida. So this is, something that you can experience from
outside,
like an outsider coming in and seeing this, and how it is.
I thought everyone from LA's fake, man. I thought that's what I've heard, man. That's what everyone.
Well, I will tell you this. I say the one thing as a guy from LA that's been kind of globetrotting all around.
Yeah.
Man, everybody else outside of Cali, man, they know their shit though. They know their comics. They're into what they're into. There's people that are into prints. There's people that are into other aspects of the hobby. You see a lot more diversity in that. And that's what I think is dope. You still see the pop figures. Pop figures are everywhere, but it's a lot more diverse in like what people collect and the readership and the things that they get signed. Like it's not all like super key driven. Like it has to be like this super mega key in order for it to get signed. It could just be like a book that they really love, and they'll still grade that shit, even though it's not worth that much. So I do see a lot more diversity in the fandom as far as like what they consume, the different artists, just all of that, man. Like it expanded me like to European artists I ain't never heard of before that are doing some of these titles, and it's crazy. So it's that, but I think a lot of writers and stuff are in LA, so it's easy to get them to show up at comic book shops, and they're all fans, like you said, Mike. But yeah, man, I urge some of the comic book talent to go to some of these comic hubs outside of California and go to Florida. Florida's a big hot spot. Go to spots in Texas. Go to spots in Tennessee and the Midwest and stuff like that. Just to create that unity all around, because I'm telling you, man, there's fans everywhere, man. And but we kind of see like the same guys regionally, and so like even in LA, you see everybody, the same people. But then we get excited when we see that 3 or 4 people that don't really come to LA a lot, right?
Yeah.
But everybody kind of recycles the same thing. But I think it's worse the further you get from LA, like because not everybody's willing to travel to like a small state or a small town. So I think that's that. But a Free Comic Book Day recap, I thought it was dope. I had a good time, and I just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is that Mike DiCarlo joint up close, right here. This is what I got. I don't know if you guys know this, but Mike DiCarlo was the inker on Nightwing's first appearance with George Perez on Tales of Teen Titans. 44, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, but the other thing I want to share with you guys as well is that Nightwing piece is the final piece of a project that I was working on, and you guys will get a chance to get this at some point. So here's one piece, the Nightwing piece. But all of these pieces are a part of the 80th anniversary of Batman. So all of these cards are here are all sketches. And these are going to be available to all of our members. And we'll be raffling these off to our members. But we will do reveals before each drawing. But there's some dope sketches here, but one of them is this one here. And this is the most recent one. This is the final one to this series. And I've been doing this since 2019. So this stack of sketches have been curated since 2019. And the only place you can get these were in San Diego Comic-Con 2019 or New York Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken. So these are long gone, but these are all on kind of like small miniature drafting boards, which are dope. So yeah, so there's some great artists in this stack, and we're gonna uncover that. So these are future prizes. These are going to be given away to you guys one by one, but this is one of them right here. And it's it's the 6. This is what I've been doing with these. So these are all also come with certificate of authenticity because I've been working on this project for a long time. So we will have unveil these mystery sketches soon. And make sure you guys are putting in your Stash Wars Live because we got other prizes we're going to give away tonight if we unlock our magic number, which is 20. But here's one of them. So this is one that I am revealing today. But then all these other ones here, all these sketches, we'll be announcing these soon. And so I just want to show that to everybody. And I can't believe that, guys, that I was able to get somebody that I really wanted to get a sketch from on these cards. Because like literally since 2019. And there's some really cool characters. There's a couple, there's at least one Joker in here. There's 2 Batman in here. There's a Tim Drake Robin. There's a Two-Face in here. There's a Mr. Freeze in here. So there's some characters. There's an Alfred, R.I.P. Alfred in here. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
When was the 80th again?
This is 2019.
That's from 2019.
So I've been doing these since 2019. And this is the last one. Say that again.
We're almost on the 90th anniversary of Batman.
Almost.
So, Mike, sorry to interrupt, but quickly, I got messages on Instagram. Remind people how to qualify for those sketches. I got some people that just joined. They were asking.
That's a great question. You have to become a member to get these sketches here, okay? Because all of our members, I will be raffling off once a month different sketches, and I'm going to start with these as well as other sketches as well. But sketch 1 of this series would be dropped starting in June. So I'm trying to get people, and I'm going to have all of the instructions on Monday on the Sig Slayer station. So if you're trying to become a member, and like I said, the lower the number, the higher the probability to win these. So hop on these. So it's like really what it's like going to be like what, $2 or whatever, $3, and you can potentially win a sketch. So think about that. And not just that, we're going to be raffling off sketches once a month. and starting with this series. So I don't know how many are there in here, but there's at least 10 or 12 of these sketches, and they're all done by people that you love, including one of the creators of Nightwing right here. And like I said, we got a Joker, we have 2 Batmen. I gave away on Stash Wars Live a Howard Chaykin. So shout out to whoever won the Howard Chaykin Batman. So I gave away one of them already. But yeah, these are going to be members only. But tonight, if you want to know how to win a prize tonight, guys, hashtag Stash Wars Live, Mike. That's what we want to tell people. If you're trying to win something today, this is the best way. Hashtag Stash Wars Live in the chat of this live right now. That's what you need to do. And we haven't even announced the prize yet. Okay, so and this number right now, we need 15 more. We're at 5. We unlocked the code last week with 15. Now we're at 20. So we get to 20, guys. And as the stakes rise, as the numbers rise, so does the prize. So keep that in mind. So we're at 5. If you want to win prizes tonight, hashtag Stash Wars Live. Okay, let's move on to this next topic because I've been dying to talk about this with you, Mike. So when I was talking to you the other day, you were mentioning, hey man, can I go on and talk about comics? Talk about some comics that I read recently that are on the shelves that people can pick up today, perhaps. And so I'm just going to give it forward to you. What's something that's good? People like to bitch about comics that are current, but rarely do we hear people praise current comics. So what's something new that you can praise?
His audio's off.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, now you're muted. Say that again.
Oh, that's what happens when I try and be respectful. So no, this week we had a crazy amount, really in the last 2 weeks, of Godzilla stuff out. Like I pulled up a bunch right here. It's Godzilla versus Spider-Man, which I just read. I actually liked it. Joe Kelly did it. He's the current writer on Spider-Man, and he did a good job. He did like an homage to like classic Godzilla, but I'm not going to spoil it. But Venom or the Venom symbiote's in it, and it was great what he did with it. So if you're looking at Godzilla, fighting Spider-Man wearing the black costume, I mean, it's pretty up there. Then we also had JMS, who was one of my favorite Spider-Man writers 20 years ago, did his own Godzilla book for the 70th anniversary for IDW. Then I just tell you, it just keeps going. So I'm going to keep it short. But then we have Godzilla versus Avengers. So Godzilla's fighting the Avengers in this. I haven't read that one yet.
He's crossing IPs all around.
That's what I mean, man. He's really taken over. But my favorite was Godzilla versus LA. So they're doing this thing where Godzilla's going to verse every city. LA was first up. And what I really liked this, yeah, he went right after us. But what I really liked about that book was, the writing and the drawing. I spoke to one of the artists, spoke to all of them. One of the artists showed me, if you look to the very middle of the book, it's colorful. It looks great. And it was basically an homage to like the 80s, 90s Godzilla, which was the era I grew up in. And she inked it. She drew, inked, colored, and lettered her entire story. And that's so rare. I don't think I've ever seen that in I don't think I've ever met anybody that actually hasn't done that. But I'm sure, there are people out there. But it was wonderful art. And the best part about the book was that it's a collaboration between several artists, by the way, and writers. They were all great. But the best part about the book is that proceeds from the book go to charities that are trying to go to the Los Angeles recovery effort. There we go. So it's, because I gave them a hard time at first. I'm like, guys, you just had a fire. Why would you do a Godzilla book that's all about him lighting LA on fire? And I guess they told me, they called me out and they're like, well, all proceeds that were going to go to fire recovery. So I got to shout that book out, and I hope you guys buy it because LA could use the help. So.
Okay, Green Bear is in the house. What up? Stash Wars Live. Y'all know what's up. We're trying to get to number 20. We're trying to get to number 20.
Mike.
And then we're going to unlock. So, what's up, Mark?
Want to talk to Mighty Mike. Did the X-Men versus Godzilla book come out or no? Is that one still?
I don't think so. I didn't see it because I was wanting to get that one. But I was a month behind. I had to go to Florida to do some family stuff. So I've been catching up. I have a stack of books that I've been burning through. So I started with the Godzilla books because I was a fan. And the great mystery for me is why there's so many and why he's crossing over IPs. Because he just did the Godzilla versus Justice League, right? Now he's taking on the Avengers. This guy's unstoppable. But I'm more of a King Kong guy. So I'm really hoping they do more King Kong stuff. But no. One book, because I just saw it, that I actually did like a lot, I recommend that's current, is Bug Wars. As I was looking for the Godzilla X-Men book, I saw that come up. If you're not reading Bug Wars, I strongly recommend it. It's like Game of Thrones with the insect armies in the back of this kid's house. And it's written by why am I going blank? The writer Jason Aaron, right? Yeah, Jason Aaron. And I think it's one of the best things he's ever worked on. So if you get a chance, check. If you like some weird little fun books, I recommend checking that out. I had a lot of fun reading the first 2 issues.
Shout out to Xavier, man. He's in the house. We know Xavier, man.
What's up, Xavier?
Xavier.
Thank you for giving me the date of when that comes out. So I'll be sure to pick that up.
It comes out this week. Xavier, what books did you read this week?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. What are the best
guys.
comics out right now? Like, what are the best comics on the racks that you guys buy with titles? We're talking about titles. Something that people can pick up, something that's ongoing right now, maybe a miniseries. And so I got these graphics up here at the bottom, Mike. I know you keep your ear to the ground with stuff more than Mark and I do. We're more on the street, in these events, but you read a lot. What are your thoughts on Absolute Batman and the Spider-Boy character here?
Well, Spider-Boy, I have a lot of thoughts. But Absolute Batman, I just finished the first arc. I've been waiting for them to catch up because I don't know if you guys like this, but sometimes I read so quickly that like a month goes by and I'm like, I don't remember what's going on. And DC doesn't really do a preview page. Like Marvel, it's not a big deal because I can do my previously on page, but DC just doesn't care. They're like, you just need to either get with the program or not. So a lot of times I'll sleep on DC until I get a couple of the issues. But I was really impressed with Absolute Batman. Like I say fun, I've been saying that a lot, but it really is a lot of fun. It's like Batman, just high octane on steroids, just, not giving, a crap about anybody. And I love the villains in this, because the Absolute Universe is made with dark side energy. So like, the DC universe is, or the mainstream DC, Earth Zero is Earth Zero? Earth Prime. Earth Prime is Superman energy. But this whole Absolute world is dark side energy. So it has a lot of really interesting takes with villains, I think. So I honestly was very impressed with the way how Snyder integrated the villains, has sort of his supporting cast of characters. I thought the zoo was interesting too. But my favorite part about that book is that Martha Wayne's not dead and she's getting some character growth. Because I feel like everyone does stuff. Everybody, does something with Thomas Wayne. And I just don't see a lot done with Martha Wayne outside of her becoming the Joker in Flashpoint, which was awesome, and Flashpoint Beyond. Right, but this Martha, you get to see her has like a maternal figure, and she has real agency in the book. And I like it's a little bit on the nose with Commissioner Gordon being her love interest, but I mean it works for me. Overall, I mean it had a really strong ending, and Batman made some choices that I was like, yeah, this definitely isn't my Batman. This is a new Batman. Like he definitely is distinguished from mainstream Batman. I'm not going to spoil it. He just made some choices that I thought were pretty cool. And Xavier, I just said Godzilla versus Los Angeles too. That's what he said one of his books are. It was great.
Yeah, he said he's with you. He's with you on that.
Now, Spider Boy is an interesting thing for me because I thought the book was going to be terrible. That being
Okay.
said, I am a big fan of Dan Slott, so I was like, I loved his Superior Spider Man. And by
Yeah.
the way, they're also doing Superior Avengers, so it just that superior title, I guess, it's synonymous with like evil, good characters. But Spider Boy is really cool. He is a super interesting character. I wasn't a huge fan of the design until he bugged out. So like Spider Boy is essentially has like spider DNA, and then if he gets like loses control, he turns into like he has like spider properties to him. And I thought that was a really interesting take. And I like how like Spider-Man doesn't want a sidekick, so Daredevil is actually the person that trains him in the book. So because Spider-Man's like, hey, he's too young, I don't want a sidekick. So a lot of the book is about him kind of, Spider-Man gaining trust. Like Spider-Man doesn't let him use web shooters because he's too young. Because Bailey is his name. He's only like, I think he's only what? How old? Like, I think he's like 10. He's like in elementary. So he's a really young kid. It's a really young, but it's like I said, he's a really cool character, man. And he has like a reverse spider sense that I like, where he's able to track people with his spider sense. Um, but overall, yeah, dude, Spider Boy really is where it's at right now. I thought Dan Slott's doing a good job with him. It's I think it's a must read for Marvel. I'll be honest, I don't read a
Okay. So
lot of
must read.
Marvel
Okay.
anymore,
Okay.
but yeah, I would say Spider Boy. But you really got to just read it from the beginning, because they did like a century type deal where like he was a part of the 616 reality, but then he got he got taken out of the reality by this this Spider Verse situation, and now he's
Yeah.
back in the reality, but no one remembers him. And I don't want to spoil if you haven't read it, but a lot of the first issues are just him going around saying, "No, it's me, Bailey," and like he's trying to, but it's heartfelt. Like he tries to convince his mom that like, "Hey, remember me? I'm your son," and like she doesn't remember him. So he's like an orphan basically for the first like 6 issues of the book. I mean, like I said, I'll stop talking, but I really like the book, so I would check it out.
Okay, man. I was expecting something different. Okay.
Really? You know, I was expecting not to like it either. I don't know why, but I was pleasantly,
Surprise. Okay. All right,
disappointed.
Mark. So, what were you about to say? What was something that you've read recently that you recommend?
Recently, if you haven't picked it up, the Horizon Experiment. So I finally read all of them with this trade. I picked up Saubers and Porn Sex before, but then this one I finally got to read uh, Tananarive Moondogs and Jay Holtham's Mother Effing Monsters and Vida Ayala's Finders Keepers. Finders Keepers was the one that I always wanted to read. I just never picked it up, man. Like me going to the comic store is all I have really locally is Frankensons, if anyone knows where that's at. And that's not really a comic store. And then so when I do go to the comic store, it's all the way in at Golden Apple or Collector's Paradise. So yeah, picking up comics is, and it's usually for an event that I go. So it's few and far between, honestly.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say for me, I've read a lot of trades, like things that just happened. So I think I'm gonna. Okay, I know what I'm gonna come back to. And you guys, let us know what are some of the best comics you read recently. We want to know the best comics. People they're trying to Joffrey Castro. Hey, tell him, man. He's trying to tell everybody use your hashtag. Xavier, definitely put in hashtag Task Wars Live for all the homies so they can win a prize. We got 6. Okay. Well, let's get the 20. We can get the 20. We're gonna be here for a minute. So definitely put in your hashtag Task Wars Live. And that's what my man Joffrey's talking about here. So we can win a prize trying to unlock that. So let us know what's up with that. Please put in your hashtag. Use your hashtag, as they say. So yeah, when we were talking about Batman and renumbering and the Hush and a couple weeks back, month back, I said the verdict was out. Well, I haven't had my verdict on the chip run, right? And then there's still one more trade left, right? Of the stuff that just came out, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. So that should be out shortly. But dude, his Batman changed a lot of stuff, man. That Batman's hand is broken, right? Like he has no hand.
He has no hand.
Yeah, it got broken off. Like Fell-Say took his hand off.
He's
So
like
he's kind of like the Aquaman from the 90s.
Oh,
Huh?
he doesn't have a robot hand like Luke.
It was kind of not robot, but it's kind of like that, yeah. You know what I mean? So you got that. Obviously he didn't have the money anymore, but then he got the money back.
Yeah.
But then he is not in Wayne Manor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred's dead. That wasn't Chip's fault, but there's no Wayne Manor. He's doing shit out of a whole new spot. Like this is a complete, like it's almost like the regular Batman, quote unquote, is doing an absolute version of itself too at the same time. So you have this one unfamiliar Batman that was meant to be that way on purpose, but then you have the traditional Batman that's unrooting the legacy that has been kind of there for almost 90 years, right? And so that's what I found interesting. Now, back to Chip Zdarsky, I think it's all right. It's not bad, but I'm just like, damn, like there was like nothing familiar. It was like everything was kind of, not that you have to tell the same tropes and all of that, but it was just like everybody's so quick to just change stuff instead of like using what was already changed. Like, dude, they've been changing it. How many Gotham Wars and Joker Wars and all of these? Like, when are we going to take whatever dust that's settled and then use that and, and slowly character develop all over and give us something we're used to instead of like earth changing everything? Chip took Batman to the moon, landed on the moon with nothing. Like, he landed on the moon. He, went to all these different dimensions. He met Michael Keaton Batman. He met Bruce Timm Batman. He met Batman Beyond. Dude, Chip had Batman doing hella stuff, bro. So, but with that said, I'm like, where does it fit in the continuum from Tom King to him? And then now we got Jeff Loeb in this run that's going to conclude it. I would have to say Chip is probably. It's crazy that Tom King's the best Batman writer of this volume by default, because nothing was better than like that 1 through 24, like that first like run, like nothing has been better than that really, like since then. But I would say Chip's run is second. What do you guys think about Batman?
I think Tynan did a good job. What are you talking about?
No, we gotta talk about that. We thought it was okay.
Joshua Williamson. What about Joshua Williamson? Yeah. Oh my goodness. You're putting Tom King ahead of Joshua Williamson? I never thought I'd live to see the day.
We're talking about Batman. Joshua Williamson is Flash and Superman, and
Tom King had
really good Batman crossovers, but no. Huh?
Tom King had really good artists. Like David Finch was unbeatable. Like that's what really carried that first.
Yeah.
That first.
And Mikel Janin too.
Mikel Janin, yeah.
Oh my god! But Jorge Jimenez is like one of my favorite guys.
Who?
Jorge Jimenez. He was on it with Zdarsky.
And he's still on it now. He's going to be on it with Matt Fraction with #1. And I'm cool with that. But I'm saying it was just a lot of nothing really felt. Everything was extreme. It was almost like the 90s all over again. It was just a lot of just stuff happening all over the place. But then Tom King, everything was like muted. So it was like we got like nothing going on for like 4 years, and then we got everything happening in the 4 years later. Like too much stuff happening.
What do you say to Tom King's not 90s? Bane broke somebody's back in that art. Remember? Bane broke Batman's back. Just not our
nothing
Batman.
Really like with the Tom King's era, nothing really happened. What Batman proposed. Thomas Wayne was in continuity, but we found that was Jeff Johns' idea. Alfred died.
Batman beat the hell out of Bane.
And not even beat the hell out. He's gonna beat the hell out of somebody, so you don't get credit for that. Like Batman's gonna beat the hell out of somebody eventually in the story. But Rick Grayson, right? So here we go. We got Rick Gray. Oh, Batman went to jury duty. I mean, what are we talking about? Oh, he went on a double date with Lois Lane. Like, what are we he had a little fling in a hyperbolic time chamber with Wonder Woman. What are we talking about here? So it's not like a lot of stuff happened. So like more stuff happened to Batman in the Tynion and the Zdarsky run, but Tom King had more issues. And
I like Tom King. I like Tom King well enough. I got to disagree. I thought Tynion did a great job. I like Zdarsky. I like that.
Zdarsky second.
What, Zenar Law? Is that his name? The
Zorinar,
program. Yeah, Zorinar, yeah. And I like how you combine it with Failsafe. I will say though, the Failsafe arc was pretty good. It was kind of like the Tower of Babel for a new generation, right?
Like a new Tower of Babel. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought Tynion did a good job. I mean, they all I think did a good job. I wouldn't say any of them were like trash, any of the arcs. But you're right; they're all different. But as a writer, if I were to get on a book like Batman, I probably want to do something different too. Like outside of, I think I'd want to have Alfred. That would be cool. I want to have a Batcave. There are certain things I want to have, and Zdarsky didn't want to have any of that. But I would like a traditional story like that. But you still, as a writer, you have to put your own spin on it. Like what inspires you, And because you can tell the difference if there's a writer on a book and they're like, oh, I got to do this stupid book because I need a paycheck versus like, oh, I'm a big fan of the character. Like I'm going to give a shout out to Jeremy Adams. Like I think one of the reasons he had so much success is he loves Green Lantern. He loves Aquaman. Like he's doing Aquaman right now and it's fantastic. I should have did that as a shout out. Aquaman's really good too.
So you like what Jeremy Adams and John Timms is doing with Aquaman. That's cool. But just to wrap it up with Batman. So much stuff is happening now. I realize why they are renumbering, because like it gets to a point where you do so much, or you age people up so much, or so much shit happens where it becomes this like mess of like stuff happening, like where everybody has baggage, and it's seeming like in this one short volume since New 52 ended, Batman has been through so much stuff. And a meager 100 and something issues. It's crazy. Like more stuff happened in this between, whatever number 1 and 100 and 40 something we're on, whatever issue we're on right now. Like so much stuff has happened in this span than I can recall. Even more so than the New 52, because at least with the New 52, there was backstories and this, that, like, dude, this dude's literally been going against a robot that he created with the backup personality, and then that backup personality linked up with interdimensional backup personalities. It's crazy. Oh wow, the Signature King is in the house now. I like that, man. I love my guy here.
What's up, Tony?
My man Tony, the Signature King. We're about to be talking about Signature. We were talking about the best signed comics. I mean, the best comics of the day. Make sure you put in your hashtag Stats Wars Live, guys. So now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the night. Because, yeah, we can talk about the best comics. And I still want to know, because we are going to open up the phone lines, and you'll be able to talk with us in a moment. But Your Highness, the Signature King, we are in a prelude right now, right? We're the countdown to the top 20. So this stack right here is what we're going to get to tonight, okay? And then I have a stack right here that's going to get you to the numero uno, the number 1, the creme de la creme book in the Sig Slayers collection. So definitely we're gonna talk about that right now. But so you guys got all y'all stuff, right? I'm gonna go. We're kind of gonna do it like this. I'm gonna show a couple, and then I'm gonna give Mike the floor, to show something because Mike's going to show some stuff from his collection. And then we also have my man Mark, the Honorable Villain. He's going to show some stuff from his collection. And then we're going to just get all the way through. But meanwhile, guys, I'm checking. We at 9. Okay, we're almost halfway there. We can do it. Have some, share this live. Share this live with somebody. Tell them to come in and use their hashtag Stash Wars Live. That's what we want. Tell them to come in and join the festivities. We haven't even announced the prizes yet, but you guys know what time it is. All right, so back to this. As you guys see, we have to Mike's left, there's a signature. To Mike's right, there's a signature. You got Todd on the left, and you got Frank Miller on the right. And that's to signify bangers. If you guys don't know these books, right, then we're going to have to educate you on a whole nother level. But both of these books are hot books. Something that anybody that's in the comics will want in their collection, especially with these signatures. Would you two agree?
Yeah.
These 2 books. So these 2 books don't represent what's going to be shown tonight. They represent creme de la creme books, right? That's what they represent. So, so anyway, I think I'm going to get things started. And you guys get your first book started. So, guys, I'm doing 35 to 21, and then we're going to get closer to the top 20. So this is going to be probably the biggest chunk of books I show, and then we're going to do chunks of 10. Okay, but tonight we're going to show you some bangers. Let us know in the comments how we're doing. Say, oh man, those are weak ass books, or those are dope books. Let us know. And I'm curious to see what my man Mark has and what Mike has too, because I told them to hold no punches. Do not.
I didn't know we were doing 20 books. I only brought a couple. Let me
no. Not you, me. This is something that one of the viewers requested me do, and then instead of you guys see me just do some stuff, it gives a chance for people to see your collection a little bit, and as well as to see Mark's as well. So I'm about to go here. All right, here we go, guys. Crisis on Infinite Earths right here. And shout out to Crafty Collectibles here with this fantastic. We're getting things going, man. Bangers. Let us know. This is a Crisis on Infinite Earths signed by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Please share hashtag Stash Wars Live. We're doing a Stash War right now. You guys are in the mix, and you guys are about to see some heaters. Share this live, guys. I think we're about halfway there. So we're going to start things with this. Crisis on Infinite Earths. And then keep it. Oh, my God. Is this the first appearance of the new Teen Titans? Signed by Jim Starlin, George Perez, and Marv Wolfman. That's where we're going. Let us know what's up. Do y'all know what time it is? Senator King, you know what time this is? Are these bangers? This is not even in my top 20. This is not even in the top 20. This is not even in the top 20. Guys, what y'all think about this?
I don't have any George Perez except for one. So every time I see a George Perez, I just get upset and angry and then go to my room and cry. So
me too, man.
Yeah. And then this one, I wouldn't be called Sig Slayer if I didn't show y'all books with mad Sigs on it. So these are books that are just hard to find. You can't just get this. This is where you got to put mad work in. So start off on the top. You got Bill Sienkiewicz, Elliot S. Maggin, the writer of this book. This is Superman 400. So this is before they renumbered. This is pre-Crisis Superman. This is before John Byrne when after Crisis on Infinite Earths when they renumbered Superman. So this is like OG Volume 1 Superman 400. And you got Bill Sienkiewicz on top, Elliot S. Maggin. Then you have Howard Chaykin in gold, which is he's the cover artist. Mike Grail, Bernie Wrightson, Frank Miller. This is a banger. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times signed. Okay. 6 times signed. Now, guys, this is what? Number 34? I did at 35. This is 34. This didn't make my top 20.
I don't know Wendy Pini was on that book.
Yeah, Wendy Pini's on here. This didn't even this didn't even make the top 20. Signature King. And then look, but wait, there's more. You got Frank Miller on the back. You got Frank Miller on the back. Shout out to Crafty Comics. You got Frank Miller on the back. Use your hashtag, guys. So you're not going to... Now, I do see a lot of these Superman 400s tatted up, Signature King. I do see these. But not like this one. Not with the Miller on the back like that. Now we're going a little bit modern. I had to give Jeff Johns and Jim Lee some love. And this is for promotional only. So this is an RRP variant. Promotional use only. This is Fire and Desire. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Space Case Collectibles, man. Shout out to him. Like the stream and use your hashtag. So now we're like 33. And I'm going to stop at 30 and I'm going to give the mic to Mike H. But this is Jeff Johns, Jim Lee, Scott Williams. And the Houdini of Hugh, Alex Sinclair. So this is, guys, I don't know if you knew this. This is actually the first printing of Justice League #1. So this was printed before the OG one was printed. And this was an RRP variant. Then, I think I'm going to stop right here. Oh, my God. We're still modern. Now, what I love about this, use your hashtag. And we're doing, like I said, we're doing Top Side Comics, right? And this is the prelude. So this is the countdown to the countdown. This is the countdown to the countdown. Have I confirmed what with the key collector?
That was me.
I know. I'm asking you.
The book being the first ever printing of Batman or Justice League.
Well, yeah, anything that's an RRP, that's what that means. When it says promotional use, so that your ignorance is showing there, buddy.
No, if I send that, no, I'm agreeing with you. It was a joke because Key Collector, I guarantee you wouldn't have put that in CGC, but just bring it back with a question mark, probably.
Anything that's an RRP, that means that was given out ahead of time. They're like advanced copies. But here we go. This right here is a Gabriel Delato sighting. Oh my God. What y'all know about this? Gabriel Delato. Oh, and this is Action Comics 1000. I had to throw this in there because not many people have Delatos. And so a Delato has to make a cut.
You got that in person at MegaCon?
No, this actually was signed in Lake Como, Italy in 2023. Over some tea and crumpets.
Your books are higher class than you, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. My books are baller.
They've been around, man.
They've been around. So yeah, this is a Gabriel Delato Sig. Let us know if you got any of those. And then I'm going to keep it there. Because then we're going back to vintage comics, and I want to pull these out. So who want to go first? Who wants to show some signed books? Let us know what you're thinking about these books I'm showing, man. I still got a whole stack.
So,
you want to go next, Mark?
Yeah, I'll show this one. This one, I was on the fence of tatting up. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I could still start on this one, but yeah, my first start. So I decided to get 2 on it, but the first one I had for the longest time was Stan Lee. Stan Lee had a story in this one. It's the 75th anniversary of Marvel Celebration, And then I finally decided to get a second one, and that was Brian Michael Bendis on it, because he's a huge name in Marvel history. So I decided to get him too. But yeah,
Show that up, and that's Stan Lee.
yeah, let me know in the comments if I should get more on this one. Let me know if I should tat this one up more, or if I should leave it as is with just these two on it.
Let
But
us know in the comments. And what's the significance of that book again?
it's a 70. It's like a anthology, 75th anniversary. So me back in the day, man, I wasn't too big on key books. You know, I was a young kid and everything. I would have to look on like eBay to get some of like Stan Lee's early stuff, and you know that just wasn't me back in the day. I was too young. I should have bought something like an early Fantastic Four or something to go take to him, but this is like the only thing that came out in recent years with a Stanley story in it. So that's why I took this.
So that's dope. So that's Stan Lee actually has a story in there.
Yeah.
In a modern book.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's fire. Who else worked on the Space Case Collectibles, Jackson?
Let me see. I'll open it right now. Let's see.
Hey, everybody's saying keep going, man. Keep adding to that book, bro. Especially. You got Stan on there, bro. Like for sure.
James Robinson, Chris Samney, Bendis, Michael Gatos, Tom DeFalco, Stan Goldberg, Bruce Timm. So Bruce Timm and Stan Lee. That's who did this.
What? Yo. If I would have known that, I would have had that sign. I would have got that sign for you.
Bruce
Yeah,
Timm.
show the claw that again, man. Show the claw that again. Up on.
Yeah.
Stan Lee, bring it up closer. Bring it closer.
Stan Lee, Brian Michael Bendis. So yeah, maybe
Stan Lee and Bendis. That's hard.
If I see Bruce Timm, yeah, maybe I'll get Bruce Timm on here. Lin Wayne, Paul Gulacy, and then like Mike Deodato, Alan Davis, Frank Martin, Rachel Rosenberg, Bill Sienkiewicz, Kevin McGuire, a few people. This might be worth getting more people on it then.
I think that the people that have spoken on that regard, they're saying, "Hey, man, keep it going." And I agree, man. This is Sig Slayers, bro. How much was the Stan Lee Sig?
This was a free Stan Lee Sig. This was he was doing a store signing at the time. I don't know how.
Damn, the Claw, California. Hey, guess what? The Claw's from Florida, Mike. The Claw's from Florida.
Well, shout out to my Floridians out there.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so Mike, where are you going with what you showing first?
Well, before I show a pro tip for Mark, Bruce Timm, if you want to meet him, you might have to get a subscribe. You might have to go get a pull list from House of Secrets, because word on the street is he shows up every now and then. So,
really?
But yeah,
maybe
on the streets.
That's your
my ear to the ground, Mark.
That's your shop. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, it's one of. Yeah, all the time. We got a beer together once, but I didn't ask him to sign anything. He begged for. I was like, hey, I'm good, man. I just want to be,
All right, man. All right. So what you showing us, guy?
So this is one I just got signed, but it is there's some glare, but it is Rob Liefeld, one of the early SIGs from the '90s, and then I just got Todd McFarlane.
There we go. Here. Yeah. Work with it. Bring it closer.
So Todd McFarlane. McFarlane.
Slower. There we go. Work with the camera. There it is. Try to go against the glare. Stop using the glare. Work against the glare.
Yeah.
You're giving us. There you go. There you got to maneuver the book. There you go. Perfect. Hold it right there. You're going too fast.
Pro tip.
You talking about pro tip? You over here not showing the good.
No, you're pro tip.
Oh, okay.
Trying to say your pro tip.
Now that looks beautiful, man. All right, you good.
Perfect. Yeah, I love Rob Liefeld's sig on it too, because even McFarlane, when he saw that, was so surprised. He's
keep that up, man. You got to show that good, man.
He said
that's double sign.
Yeah. So I guess Rob Liefeld gave up doing his first name on books. So when McFarlane saw that, he's like, that's a relic from the 90s. He loved this book. He went over it. He talks about he was the inker, and he talked about the significance of him inking the book. So, and how he really feels like Rob was he did a good job with working with Rob, because he discovered Rob back in the day. So it was so it was cool just getting to talk to him. He was a big, just seeing how big of a fan he was. And speaking of Bruce Timm, I have another one. Well, this is Paul Dini, but I got it's kind of hard to see, but I got a Kevin Conroy Sig randomly, and for when they relaunched Batman the animated series, so they did continuing adventures.
That's dope.
But yeah, Kevin Conroy, man.
Oh, that's like right before he passed away too, man.
Just before he passed away. It was crazy. And I was so lucky. And I had more stuff for him too. And if I knew, well, obviously no one knew, but I probably would have try to bring some other stuff for him.
Well, okay. So Mike coming with some bangers. So Mike already got. Okay, guys, just to recap, Mike just just showed you guys a double signed Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane on what was that again?
New Mutants 87. The first appearance.
87. Show him again, man. That was a banger, bro.
So Todd McFarlane.
You downplaying that? That's a banger.
Boom, 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 and then old school Rob Liefeld Sig with Rob right here. So Liefeld doesn't do that anymore. So this is a rarity even among Sigs because of that.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. What were we saying, Mark?
He's got to get Louise Simonson on there. He's got to get Wheezy on there. She scripted the book.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, her and Rob Liefeld used to bump heads in the day. Butt heads in the
really?
Day. Yeah. So,
you just met Rob again, right? Mark, you just saw him, right?
Yeah, I saw him at Golden Apple. Weren't you there too?
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I had to do my family thing. I missed it. I was sad. Yeah, he's awesome, right?
Yeah, Rob Liefeld's great.
What was? I don't want to get off topic, but what was the event like? Quickly, did you like it? Golden Apple? That was a big deal, right?
Long line, man. Yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, we talked about that already, man. You got to catch up, man.
Oh, I guess I do.
You're talking about 2 weeks ago conversation. Moving on. Here we go. I gotta show this one, man, because this one here is one of my favorites of all time. This is actually like the first book I ever got like multiple signatures, like where it was like more than 3. And it took years to get this one. This is 52 week 1. And this is signed by the late great Keith Giffen on top, Grant Morrison, cover artist J.G. Jones, Jeff Johns, Mark Waid, Greg Rucka, and Alex Sinclair, the Gradient General. So the entire creative team of 52, the OG 52, week 1. And as you guys know, week 52 was the first weekly series that lasted for a year. That was a superhero comic, so an ongoing weekly series that went on for 52 consecutive weeks. And yeah, so this was the first one. So this is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times signed. So this was like the king dog book for years. I'm talking about for years. This was like the book that I had no more than 7 signatures on it. So that made the cut. And then we're going the first appearance of Darkseid right here by the great Neil Adams. And Mike, you know what's up with the Krusty Bunker, getting the Krusty Bunker tirades, right? And this is fire right here. What do you remember about the Krusty Bunker and Neil Adams, Mike?
Oh, I love the store at first. It's huge. But yeah, they stopped, sadly Neil passed away. So that, it's hard to say what would have been with him still alive. But I got a bunch of Neil Sigs just randomly. I would just go in the store and it was crazy. Yeah.
And this is one of those, random ones right here. Now this is multiple times signed right here. So far there's 2 Neils And this didn't even make my top 20. This didn't make my top 20. 2 nils. Didn't make my top 20. The first appearance of John Stewart, double signed, Elliot S. Magan, which this was his first ever comic book he's ever written in his career. Was on the first appearance of John Stewart. He didn't write the John Stewart story. That was Denny O'Neil. But the backup story. But this is the first one that he's ever written. And then this is the first appearance of Darkseid. Darkseid, my favorite villain. Okay, this didn't make my top 20, guys. This didn't make the top 20. What do you say? What do you say about that, Mark?
I think it's great, man.
Not even a top 20.
I forgot that Neil Adams did that cover, man, because the interiors is Kirby.
What y'all know about this one?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's historic.
Why?
I'll let Mark handle it. No.
So I believe
Mark knows what's up. What's up? Somebody speak.
Yeah.
So that's the start of the storyline, Hard Traveling Heroes. That's when they grouped Green Lantern and Green Arrow together. I believe it's one of the earliest appearances of, or not appearances. It's one of the earlier collaborations between Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams, right?
Yes, it's one of them. It's not the first one, but it's one of. And this is what marks the end of the Silver Age, beginning of the Bronze Age, right? Like this is one of those defining books that they say.
Yeah, so it's between like this and the death of Gwen Stacy. What is it, Mike? 121? Amazing Spider-Man.
I think so.
But I always argue that I think Kirby going to DC marks the start of the Silver Age. So that's around the same time that this book came out too.
So let us know, like this is an old book, but look, I got it signed by Neil Adams, man. This is like one of Neil Adams, one of his top, I would say top 15 key books. He has a ton of them, but this is one of them. So yeah, that one, and then one more before I open the floor with you guys, and then I'm gonna let you guys go back and forth for a minute.
Ooh.
Oh my God,
dude,
this is crazy. Batman 700. And this is, I don't know, it's signed more than 10 times. But you got Bill Sienkiewicz, David Finch cover artist, Andy Kubert, Grant Morrison, Richard Friend, Shane Davis, Scott Williams, Philip Tan, Frank Quietly, Dustin Wynn, Freddie Williams III, Scott Collins, and the Sultan of Shade, Alex Sinclair. And Tony Daniel, too. That's crazy. This is like one of my favorite like multi-signed books in the Batman. This right here. I mean, this is a key because what happens in this? Oh, the first time you see Batman Beyond in the Batman title is in this. So that's a key. But dude, look how many SIGs you can get. So Mark, that Stan Lee,
yeah,
you could do something similar to this. But I wouldn't go as crazy.
I know, man. I coveted that book for a while, and I was just scared to get any more signatures on it. That's the only reason I didn't continue on with it.
You didn't want to jinx it. That's not a bad idea. That's not a
bad idea.
Well,
I feel like you have to make a choice. Like if you get the SIG that you like, you need to just say, "Hey, this is good." But the minute you start getting another SIG, you got to go all the way. Like if you have a book like that, it doesn't make sense to only have 2 SIGs on it. If there was like all those contributors, if you're going to go one, get all of them. Yeah. Just go down the list. But Stan, if you're going to only have one, Stan was the one to keep. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We need 9 more, dude. 9 more. We can do this, guys. I have 5 more books left. But we are going to see how you guys duel it out. So next up is Mark. Mark. What do you got, my man?
Can I give you 2 because Mike jumped the gun and gave everyone 2, or he gave?
Okay, that's fine. So Mike did 2, so we're doing one at a time next. So after this one, so Mike's at 2, you're gonna be at 3, and then Mike's gonna be at 3 when he goes next.
So I know both of you guys have this book, but I think John Carpenter's signatures, and I think Mike probably has all the rest of the Mike the Sig Slayer probably has the rest of the creative team on his. But John Carpenter's kind of a rare signature. If you're outside of LA, he comes to the Golden Apple pretty much every year, and it's like a $50 signature. So so this one's kind of hard to come by, you know. So Joker, he and if you know John Carpenter, Christine, The Thing, They Live, all the good
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, that's his most famous one. Um, but yeah, he wrote this book, and so
Which Golden Apple? What year did you go to Golden Apple to see him there? Because he goes like pretty much every year. I know Mike goes a lot too.
I know probably after the pandemic, so maybe like 20. Oh, and I know I was with my girl at the time, so maybe like 22, 21, 2021, 2022, one of those two. And then I'll show. So LA, the place where you see movie stars, and directors and stuff like that. So another director, um, we know we see Kevin Smith all the time. Um, we have him on multiple books, but I know outside of LA, it's kind of hard to see Kevin Smith. And this one also has Joe Quesada on it. And I need to go see Jimmy Palmiotti, who we've had on the show before, and who gives a great talk about the formation of Marvel Knights and everything. So this is a cool book that I like.
So one signed by Kevin Smith and Joe Quesada, and the other signed by who again?
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. I have that book,
You got that book.
but I have it on a blank.
Oh, okay.
I have it on a blank because I was like, dude, if I get Philip Tan on it, I'll get Philip Tan to do a Joker.
You don't have the A cover,
huh?
You don't have the A cover.
Nah, no, because that blank is that purple blank was a Golden Apple variant, so I went with that on and then they had the horror anthology series that they're always pushing on you that you get, and they have the whole cast there. So I had that, and then I had the blank, and I still have it, and I intend on using it for for Philip Town one of these days. Mike, what up, man? What's next? One.
Hello?
Just keep it unmuted.
Okay.
Keep your mic unmuted. Yeah, there you go.
Can they see this? It is.
Yeah, everybody can see it. Yeah.
Good. It's the first appearance of Black Cat, which is a hot book right now because I think she's going to be in the next movie, signed by Marv Wolfman. And this was actually one of the first books I got signed, like ever. So I'm very proud of this book. But
that's a banger.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, I dig that. So that's the first appearance of Black Cat.
First appearance of Black Cat ever. And she's probably one of my favorite characters in Spider-Man lore, too.
All right, so that was your cool. 3. That was your 3. All right, Mark, 4.
Okay, so again, LA, a place where you see people besides comic people and everything. So I'm a big My Chemical Romance fan. So this is Gerard Way's book. And I also have Becky Cloonan on it. This has to deal with the 5th My Chemical Romance album, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. And this was kind of like, and that was a concept album, so it had its own story. So this was a comic about that story and everything. So yeah, I like getting this. I also have them on the first appearance of the Umbrella Academy. I'm a big fan of that book too, and I'm excited that they're coming out with new issues for that.
And then that's Becky Cloonan Sig right there. I saw, right?
Yeah.
With a little heart. Yeah, I can see her Sig. Yeah.
Gerard Way.
Okay. So you at that's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mike's about to do 4 next.
Okay. One of my favorite modern books, guys. I'm gonna take it out of the Batman Off-World, the Scotty Young variant for issue 1, signed by everybody, the whole team. Jason Aaron, or most of the team. Scotty Young, and whoa, why am I going blank?
You got everybody there.
Doug
I see
Mankey,
Scotty Young,
Doug Mankey, yeah.
and David Barron.
Oh yeah, and David Barron, right?
Everybody's there, man. You got Jason Aaron, David Barron. You just need Jaime Mendoza, but he doesn't really go to shows.
I know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Batman Off-World. You got signed by 2 members of the channel.
I know. And fun fact, this is Scotty Young's first ever DC cover. Might be his only DC cover. I don't know. But
definitely his first Batman cover. That's
first
sure.
Batman, yeah.
That's definitely his first Batman cover. That's dope. Let us know what y'all think about their selections. They got one more to go, but we're gonna hold off on that. Let us know. We're gonna throw the link up. Let us know if there's something that you're reading that you like. We can talk about that. We can talk about how you spent free comic book day. We talked about that today. Or you could talk about what you thought about that, what books that we shared, some of our SIGs. If there's anything of note that you've seen, what comics did you see flash on the screen that you would enjoy? I'm gonna throw the link out there right now. And there we go. So I got the link out there. So yeah, anybody want to join the convo? Let us know. Let us know. Well, we'll let you in. Smash this link right here on the screen. What do you guys think of our selection so far? What did you guys think about Free Comic Book Day last week? And definitely, what are some dope comics that you've read, recently? I would say last 6 months, So let us know what's going on with that. Our lines are open, so the chats are open. So moving on, I'm gonna go with. I got 5 more, guys. I got 5 more, and I'm gonna kill my 5, and then you guys are gonna have y'all last ones to conclude the segment. And so here we go. So there we go. There we go. Oh, I had you on mine. Anyway, so my next one. So what did I say? 21 to 30 or 30 to 21. We're going down. Okay, so we're at our last 5 right here. And voila. What y'all know about this? Let us know in the chat. Action Comics. No, Detective Comics 1000. The Detective Comics 1000. Signed by Alex Ross. This is sold out. You can't even get these anymore. And if you can get these, it's at the Alex Ross booth in person. You can't get these on his website anymore. These are completely sold out. And this is an homage to Detective Comics 27, the first appearance of Batman. But, Alex Ross, he does a homage like no other. And so this is definitely, this didn't make my top 20, but it was worth me showing you guys because, these are sick-ass books. And then more Neil Adams. What do you guys know about this for the Superman fans? Where are the Superman fans at? This is probably Neil Adams' most iconic cover. Would you guys agree with this?
Yeah.
Is this Neil Adams' most iconic cover for Superman?
Yeah,
I think it's up. Yeah, I think it's up there. I got a T-shirt with it, and I got a little picture of it in my bathroom. So
this has to be Neil Adams' most iconic Superman cover. And yeah, this is all during the Krusty Bunker era. You know, I want to say in between 2018 2019, when he would pop up at his own shop. It's fire. Fire. And keeping it on a Superman tip. Here we go. This one's dope right here. This is another one of those RRPs
Yeah,
for
yeah.
promotional use only. Jim Lee Jones. You got Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Brian Azzarello, and the color commander, Alex Sinclair, on this one. And this is dope. This is really, really dope right here. Hard to find. I mean, you can't even really buy this, really. Like, there's probably like one of these on eBay. Maybe. One of these. And so this here, you know, finally got this one blessed up. I've been looking all over for this one. I got it blessed up. So this didn't make my top 20, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. And then another Jim Lee one. This is not like a super key or anything, but I just love this completely virgin. I say it's either that cover or the Ollie. Oh, yeah, the Ollie versus Superman cover. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, that one's iconic too. Yeah, but it just solo Superman, just Superman cover in a Superman title. I would say this one here. I do have that Ali one though, but that one's up. And I would that could make my top 20, but it's not there right now. Make a scream, what up? Make sure y'all put in your hashtag. Stats Wars Live. Use your hashtag. Make a scream. Stats Wars Live. We need 9 more to unlock tonight's prize. We need 9 more entries. So please do it for the community. Hashtag Stats Wars Live. Comment that in the stream. Okay, so there we go. Thank you. So that one, but this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at right now. And this, to me, I love Jim Lee pencils. Let us know what you guys think about Jim Lee sketch covers. I think they're some of the best things on the planet. So that's why this is clean. Hey, Mike, did you ever go with me to the Cam in San Diego at the San Diego Comic-Con Museum? Did you ever go meet one of those?
No, I have never been to Comic-Con, so.
Oh, not even a Comic-Con Museum?
No, I'm going as a creator. So until that happens, I made a vow not to show up. So,
okay, man.
Yeah, it's part of my holy grail right there. But no, I need to
Yeah.
go to the museum though. The museum is, the museum I heard is great.
Yeah, it's great, and Jim Lee was there one day doing a lecture, and dude, I got like 10 free signatures, and this was one of them. And I thought this one came out fantastic. Make a screen, yo, man. This the Sig Slayer, baby. That's what we do. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, this the lab, man. This is where we make it all happen. This is where we make it all happen. That's for sure. Task Force Live. I love that. I love that. But you're absolutely right about this one. It looks like it's doing a rodeo. You're absolutely, especially without the colors. Okay, so my last one. This is like number 21. This one here, dude. Brian Ballin, bro. This is fantastic. This is Jim Lee's first ever Batman work. It's a pinup inside. That's why Jim Lee's there, right? But then you have Brian Ballin. You got Brian Ballin, the cover artist, Brett Blevins, Denny O'Neil, Howard Chaykin, John Beatty, Walter Simonson, Brian Stelfreeze, Bob Wyachek, Kevin Nolan, dude. This is insane. This is insane. This didn't make my top 20. This book, a Brian Ballin book, signed by Brian Ballin, did not make my top 20. And then here he go. And here he comes. I didn't see your favorite writer, Tom King, on there. That would be absolutely sacrilegious if he signed this book. I think Tom King, it was like in junior high when this came out. So only a novice would have Tom King sign this. But look, you see Jim Lee's name on the cover. Jim Lee, Howard Chaykin. Man, I would love to see Mike Zeck.
Yeah.
But this is Legends of the Dark Knight 50. This is like my second favorite Brian Bolland cover other than The Killing Joke. So this is number 21. Okay. Number 21. And I'm going to do a recap in a minute, but I wanted this right here. This is fire, guys. Let me know so far.
So is Tom King in your top 10 though? Is that what we're waiting on?
All the other 20 books are Tom King books.
Tom King straight through, huh?
Okay, so Space Case, you Mark, you had a book with Quesada on it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, show him that real quick. Yeah, I didn't show any Quesadas. Matter of fact, Quesada didn't make my top 20 either. So yeah, that's the book. That's the Quesada book. That's the Quesada book right there. That's the Quesada book. Okay, so Mike, I'm gonna have you go first, and this is your final entry.
Yeah, I mean this is tough, but you know what? I want to do a quick swap just because we did. We did New Mutants 87. So you know what? I'm just going to go with the first appearance of Deadpool, signed by Rob Liefeld. Let me see it.
Yeah, and so yeah, make sure you can see your shot so you
Yeah,
can work
right
with the
here.
glare.
Oh yeah, sorry. There we go.
There it is. Oh, another old school, right? Yeah.
Old school. I got them both together. So, but yeah, it's first appearance of Deadpool. Like I said, it's fitting because Deadpool and Cable are some of my favorite characters, and they had a movie together. And then you got Rob right here, early Rob. Mike, this is the one that you had to verify too. Remember? Because it was Mike, the Sig Slayer, is also the Sig verifier. Every time I need something, he can knock out if it's forgery or not in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, man. Can see this right here. COAs. That's the thing right there, right? And so being able to spot out fakes is very important. And there's people that I would avoid. And I don't even look for them, to be honest with you. And we're gonna talk about that, spotting fakes. That's gonna be like one of our topics in June. And because what Maker Scream is talking about, no COAs, what that means, the psychology of a COA, and then the psychology of knowing what's real versus what's fake. Those are things that we need to be aware of. There's always do's and don'ts in every hobby and every situation. Yes, exactly. And Maker Scream, I'm a big advocate. I expose fakes on Stash Wars comics. I expose those eBay accounts. So I show that all the time. I even post goofy things like when people put Jim Lee on a Batman 227. I show goofy stuff like that where they bastardize a book where they put Greg Capullo on there or Scott Snyder on a Poison Ivy first appearance, Batman 181. I haven't do that, but definitely Jim Lee, Stan Lee, Todd McFarlane, guys like that, Rob Liefeld. Those are people that you can definitely spot out. But I don't know if you were here, Maker Scream, but earlier on, when Mike showed his Liefeld, Todd McFarlane verified the Liefeld signature with Mike and start talking about things. So that's the thing when we when we start getting into the knowledge and stuff. And you're on the Sig Slayer station, so this is what I do. So if I say it's real, it's real. If it's fake, it's fake. Because I've been in this for a long time. But yeah, that's what's great. We're gonna open that discussion up sooner. I think Mark, you're on your last one, right?
Yeah. So is
Yes,
that
sir.
the best way to get how'd you say, and would you use the word right now, that a certification, or how did what did Rob Liefeld do for your book? He gave it the thumbs up, to get it from one of their collaborators. So I have Forever People #1, Darkseid's first full appearance, and this is my favorite book from my collection. I have Jack Kirby on there, and this is one of the few books that I've gotten on eBay. So if anyone can tell me, is that a legit Jack Kirby signature? It's on the first page. Please let me know. If not, my heart will be broken. So please let me know. Forever People #1. The only thing I really hate about these books is they didn't like Jack Kirby's they didn't like Jack Kirby doing the faces for Superman. So they always had it redone by Neil Adams, or by who's the other famous uh Superman
First
illustrator?
one.
Kurt Swan. Yeah, they either had Neil Adams or Kurt Swan redo Jack Kirby's faces for Superman. So if anyone has that knowledge, let me know if that was a real Jack Kirby signature.
Well, what I would do, no, I
Yeah,
wouldn't even do that. With that, to me, that's a no brainer. Because my man, the Signature King, would definitely say that's only one sig. I would just go ahead and do that. You could do that CGC and get that verified. You know, like because that's a Kirby. You know, you want that. You want that peace of mind. It does look like his sig. So his wife, exactly. I was about to say the same thing. SCG. It looks legit, but yeah, his wife was known, or there was rumor that his wife was known to do his signature for him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I would just get that verified, dude. Like, that's only like $30, whatever.
I don't want
Especially if we go to Baltimore.
$30 to verify it, or $30 to put in plastic.
I would say I think maybe $60 for both.
Okay, yeah, because I'll verify it. $30, yeah, sure, I'll throw that.
You know what I mean? Just a Kirby, even if you want to just crack it, I would, $60 just to crack it. Why not, dude?
Man, but if I find out and it's like, damn, it's not, and my heart will be broken. So
yeah, I mean, how much did you pay for it though?
I bought it in like a set with, like, I think the rest of the Forever People for like $100 or something.
On a bid?
Yeah, on a bid. It wasn't that bad.
So yeah, I would just that's just that one. I would verify that shit, man. I'll get it verified. If you care on that one. But anyway, all right, Mike, you got your 5. You're gonna do a rapid fire round where you remind people what you shown for the people that just hopped on the stream. While we're still, I think we need 8 more hashtag Stash Wars Live. Somebody drops hashtag Stash Wars Live in the stream so that we can unlock tonight's giveaway. We're trying to get to 20 tonight, guys. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Come on, Jason.
All right, Mike, you ready?
Throw it in there.
You ready to recap?
Keeps on muting.
You keep muting your mic, man. Like we're in a Zoom. We're not in a Zoom, bro. Keep your shit on.
I'm all used to it. It's my first time.
Golly.
So I just showed the new mutants, right, with the first appearance of Deadpool. And we started with First appearance of Cable, signed by Rob and Todd. Then I have Marv Wolfman on the first appearance of Black Cat. Then I have Kevin Conroy on the Batman Ventures Continue. The only reason I'm pulling this out is because I literally got it like I think a week before he died. So it's very crazy.
So
and then I got
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, my last one, Batman Offworld, signed by everybody. Baron, Scotty Young, yeah, everybody on it.
Which was your favorite of the 5?
Probably first appearance of Black Cat, because I'm a big Spider-Man fan.
Show that one.
Okay.
Man, but that Todd McFarlane and that fucking Liefeld is fire.
Yeah, as far as like SIGs go, yeah, this is probably my best one with SIGs. Look at that.
Yeah. And you got Todd in WonderCon,
right? A WonderCon. No, I got Todd recently when he was at
at the GameStop joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick, dog. Okay, so Mark, rapid fire, your 5.
So again, Stan Lee with Brian Michael Bendis anniversary issue.
A free Stan Lee Sig.
Free Stan Lee Sig. One that he did with a story that he did with Bruce Timm. So I got to look for Bruce Timm. Some of the people are hard to find on this though. So it's like James Robinson, Bruce Timm. Like some of the people are hard to find on this. Chris Samney. Is Chris Samney hard to find?
I haven't met him yet.
So that's probably another reason why I don't have a lot of people on there. So John Carpenter on his, I think this is probably the only comic that he's done. So a Joker story he did for You're the Villain for DC, and then Joe Quesada and Kevin Smith.
Marvel Knights, huh?
On Marvel Knights. Was this the first comic that Kevin Smith did too? So
I think it could have been, yeah, because he definitely did that shit before DC.
So this is the first thing that he did for Marvel for sure. But another cool book, Joe Quesada, Kevin Smith. And then another star in a different aspect. Gerard Way, Becky Cloonan on this My Chemical Romance book. It's a pretty cool story too. So I liked that album. And then My Prized Possession, Jack Kirby on Forever People, #1 on the first page. Might go take it in to get verified. Might not. Might break my heart. Might not. So I'll let you guys know.
I have faith, man. Have faith. You'll be all right.
That's why. That's another reason. That's another reason why I haven't taken it in, because I was like, this looks good, man. It doesn't look like someone did this. So
that's crazy. Look at that.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
What happened there?
Lost by FedEx. Oh man, he told us the story too, man. This. Oh.
You can go see Wyatt Check then too. You can go up to Baltimore.
Yeah, Wyatt Check. Yeah. I saw Wyatt Check signed that last book. So yeah, that's hard. Okay, so let me get you guys loaded in real quick so you guys can remark and respond. Okay. So yeah. So all right, so I'm gonna do rapid fire on mine. So you mentioned Wyatt Check. Bob Wyatt Check's right there on the edge. We got this one, dude. This one took forever and a day. Oh, that's a good one, SEG. Are you seeing what SEG saying here? You can say that if it doesn't verify, you don't waste money grading it. That's fire. So yeah, I think it's worth it, bro. And I think it's a win-win, to be honest with you.
Okay. Cool.
So here we go. Bam. This one's fire. Jim Lee's. I got a ton of Jim Lee's, but some of my favorite. Then this, man. Rest in peace, Neil Adams. I love this book. And this book came out so clean. Rest in peace, Neil, man. Like, if you guys know, like, how, like, one of my greatest achievements in and just comic collecting is the amount of Neils that I got in like a 2-month span. It was a feat. It was really a feat. This right here, if y'all know what's up, let me know if y'all know what's up with this, man. Yeah, I know y'all know what's up with this image, but this cover is rare, man. This is a rare one. Man, Alex Ross, this is fire. Fire. This took years, and I actually added to this last year. So this book went to Lake Como. Frank Quiley signed it. Freddie Williams, the second, signed it in C2E2, I think, last year. So this book, I was still adding Sigs to this as recent as last year. So this one here is fire. What y'all know about this? Like I said, this is not even my top 20. So next time we go live, we're going to start getting into the top 20. This is what didn't make the cut. So when DeClaw asked about the top 20, I had to show these books because these are fire-ass books that didn't make the top 20. But this is one of them right here. Neils, all day. Mark had the first full appearance of Darkseid. This is the first appearance of Darkseid, and he's in multiple panels here. So it's Darkseid. He's talking. There's no innuendo. You know it's Darkseid. And Neil Adams did this cover. And this is Jack Kirby. I wish I had Jack Kirby in this. Yeah. Kirby and Neil, that would be crazy, right? But I got Neil, and I'm happy with that. Another Neil. This is fire. I know, so I got a little chip on that, but see, Neil, professional, he still signed through that little chip. I don't care, man. It looks hard. And then Elliot S. Maggin. Like, how many people got this double sign? And if they do, they probably got it with Denny O'Neil, but not with Elliot S. Maggin. This is my first Sig Slayer project. 7 times signed. This story had 4 writers that went weekly for 52 weeks. This is the OG 52. Grant Morrison, Jeff Johns, Mark Waid, Greg Rucka, J.G. Jones, Keith Giffen on the layouts, and the Houdini of Hugh, Allison Clare on this. Fire. This was my first masterpiece, my first ever masterpiece, and it didn't make my top 20. This here, man, like, I don't know when Delato got on y'all radar, but this is when Delato was on my radar. I know he did a lot of stuff with Marvel, but like this was during that initial retailer variant craze. I got like every cover of Action Comics 1000 free one time. I got it as a gift. And so I kept some and I gave a lot of rest away. But so like this was completely free, this Sig and this book. So that's why it's up there, but it didn't make my top 20. But this is like, dude, who gets this for free? This whole thing. And then I had to represent, this is the first issue that Jim Lee and Jeff Johns collabed. I had to rock this one right here. Yeah, it didn't make my top 20, but yeah, this kind of sets it off for the new 52 heads out there. And I know Mark, you like New 52. You're a big New 52 fan.
I thought that story was great, man. I liked it.
Set that off. And then now we're going back to old school. This here, y'all, this is fire. Absolute fire. Frank Miller on the back, Frank Miller on the front, with Bernie, with Mike Grail, Howard Chaykin, Elliot S. Maggin, and Bill Sienkiewicz. And I keep forgetting to put Walt Simonson on it. So at some point, hopefully, I'll get Walt Simonson on this. So this book is not even done. Here we go. You know Perez is in the house. Okay. So, yeah, this was funny. I got this signed the same day in Vegas. I got Starlin. This was at the heat of the whole Infinity War. Starlin was there with Ron Lim. And then you have Perez on his last West Coast trip. And so this is Triple Sign, the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. Newsstand. And then last but not least, keeping it on Perez, it's Crisis on Infinite Earth. And this represents the set. I have this whole entire set, all 12 issues, double signed. But I just wanted to show number one as a kind of representative of that. But like, yeah, I got to throw Crisis on there on this board. I love those. And the silver. Perfect placement. Perfect book. And if I had to pick which one is my favorite out of this whole thing, geez. That's hard to say. But I'm going to have to say this one. It's a tie, but of Sig's, I would say this one because this book was hard for me to get, and I got it so cheap. And then to get a free Neil Sig and to get both of these Sigs for free, and I got this book for dirt cheap. Like, it was like one of those, like, wow, you know, one of those crazy ass deals that you get. Where I got this at a comic book shop, like for the craziest deal.
Yeah.
And then to get free Neil Sig and a free Elliot S. Maggin. Like, and this is, I think, the oldest book in the whole stack too.
The Speedy book didn't make it.
Which one?
The Speedy issue. The
Crackhead issue. Believe it or not, I don't have the Crackhead issue, dude. Like,
dude, that's
I wanted it, but then I don't have it, man. Like, I was trying to get it for when Neil came back to LA and then he passed away. So there was a whole bunch of books that I got to prepare for Neil when he came back to the West Coast, like, you know, after all that COVID shit, and then it just didn't work out. So with that said, a lot of that stuff's on the eBay store. So if you guys looking for some Neil Adams, classic Neil Adams, that's a lot of that stuff is on the eBay store. So I was really prepping for him for his return to come back to Krusty Bunker, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But I would say, yeah, this was my favorite. Which one was your favorite out of your stack, Mark?
The Jack Kirby one. I just got to know if it's fake or not. So
yeah, I have faith.
Assuming it's real, it's my favorite.
Hey guys, call in. Let us know what you think. I would definitely want to, talk about. Want to talk about Sig verification, whatever you guys want to talk about. Whatever we mentioned that you heard, call in. The link's right here. Let us know what's up. Let's open up, and it will be a phone call. It'll be audio only. Everybody be able to hear you, and like we do every week, man. But we definitely want to hear what you guys got to say. The link is in the chat. Just click that joint, and join our live, and let us know what you think about a plethora of things that we talked about. But we've been going over some of our top books in our collection, and there's just so many. But it was a tie. Like, yeah, that book and then this book here. Like, I never forget. Like, I forgot. They had, like, Keith Giffen was at a panel.
Yeah.
And he showed up randomly at the panel, and I so happened to have that book on me. And he said his piece, and then he left the panel. And then I intersected him, and he was able to sign it right before he left the room. And I was like, so some of those SIGs were like super bum rush status, the Greg Rucka was a bum rush. Like, that was the bum rush days. That was like, I think the year before I broke into Hall H or something like that. It was like crazy. But
never got to meet Keith Giffen. Never got to meet George Perez. Never got to meet Neil Adams, man. So those make me.
Yeah, dude. Mike, tell them how you won that Neil Adams.
Yeah, I got a sketch by Neil. I'll go grab it in a second. I had no clue. And then Mike told me on Facebook, dude, you won this Neil Adams sketch. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I checked it out, dude. It's a cool sketch. I'm going to grab it.
Yeah. It's crazy because I was like, man, I was like hawking the store
Yeah.
Right. Because like when I got off work, I had to pass the Krusty Bunker to go home.
Yeah.
So yeah, he won. Let me put you on
Oh,
solo, Mike. Hold on.
I've seen
Yeah, I won this. I wouldn't even known if Mike didn't tell me. He's like, "Go get your Neil. What are you doing?"
What
Why?
were you
We all
saying, Mark?
panicky.
Was
Yeah,
it
keep that up, Mike. Keep that up.
was it only like a limited time that you could pick it up, or
I
Mike
don't
just
know.
No,
like,
it was just I just found out mad quick because I was thirsty. I wanted it,
yeah.
and so like, and then once I found out it was Mike Brown, I was like, and not me. And then so I was like, dude, I know this guy, and they were like, dude, I can't. They were like, I can't get in touch with him. I was like, I know him. I was like, I'm about to call him right now. So I called him while I was at the shop. I was like, dude, you here? You won this freaking Neil sketch, dude. You fucking dick.
But
And I was like, yeah, come here and get it. And then he came by.
how did you enter it though? Like, what was the contest?
I
It
don't
was at a
remember. I think you
signing,
just
wasn't
had
it,
to
Mike?
buy something, right? Didn't you have
It
to
was at
buy
a signing though,
something?
wasn't it? Like it
Oh
was at a
yeah,
signing.
yeah.
They had a raffle.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, they had a raffle at a signing. But don't worry,
Maybe
Mike.
it's. Mhm.
No, I told you I keep it every time you want to FaceTime. I'll make sure it's in the background for you. So that
There's
way it's
mine right there. You see mine?
yeah. Oh, where? Oh,
Look straight to the back. He's looking dead at you.
oh,
I ain't got one, man.
wow, dude.
There it is. Look at that. I'm bobbing and weaving on you. Look.
I know.
So yeah, there it is. Mine there, right there.
I feel like
Looking at you. Yeah. So
I feel
yeah, I
like
got my Neil, baby.
Ian with
But
us and the
yeah,
gym
that's
leads.
one of my favorite.
There it is.
That's one of my favorite sketches, man. So thanks,
Dude,
Mike, for
I
keeping.
would. It would be one of my favorites too. It's Neil
Yeah,
Adams,
dude.
and he's one of the Batman godfathers of all time, definitely. So yeah, so man, that kind of ran through our top five. Let us know what you guys think, guys. We definitely would love for you guys to call in and let us know what you think about any of the things you've seen tonight, anything you heard tonight. We have the lines open. Don't hesitate to click that link. Now, let's get to this. Where are we at? Oh, we need 6 more? Are you kidding me? We need 6 more. Mark, we need 6 more to break the record. Oh my
That's
God.
pretty good, man.
Bro, we need 6 more. Like, if this can happen, this can happen. So, okay, so what do you want to give away, Mark? Like, we're at this point. Like, I'm like, wow, we're at 14. We needed 15 last week.
Well,
okay, so we need 6 more to unlock tonight's prize.
Did you want to give those some of those single issues that we don't have them on hand right now? They're in transfer. But did you want to give those single issues that I got during Free Comic Book Day to promote the?
Yeah, I mean, no, I want to show. No, it has to be something that we showed them.
We do have the Horizon Experiment. We've interviewed so far 3 of these creators.
Okay.
Jay Holtham, Saber Prozada, and
I had something in mind, but we're up at 14. I'm like, we could really do this tonight. So I had something in mind, but if we can really get it done, I'm kind of changing my mind on what I wanted to do. So hold on. In my hand, I have 2 sketches. I'm going to give one of them away.
Is it 2 of the Batman ones?
No, this is not a part of that series, but they're Batman related. Hold on 1 second. Let me put me on solo. All right, guys, I just changed my mind. I changed my mind. Man, I might to this. One of these 2 sketches. I let you guys pick.
Pick left or right?
Left or right. This one or this one. So left.
After the spin or right now?
Right or left.
I'm gonna go right.
Yeah, I was gonna go right.
Oh,
So
then
this
I'm
one?
going left.
You want me to go? This is my right hand. I'm streaming. I'll be flipping shit. This is my right hand right here. You want this one?
No, I mean,
Sure.
Or you
yeah,
want this?
No. I meant left too. So the one,
So this one?
my right. Yeah.
yeah, that one.
This one here.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
All right. So they picked for you guys. All right. But it's a sketch by Ray Anthony Height.
Oh, I love Ray.
Ray Anthony Height. Okay. Who does Star Wars a lot. And I believe he's doing a DC story right now. They just promoted it. But this is Ray Anthony Height. We can give this away tonight. Look at that. Cassandra Cain.
Nice,
Cassandra Cain.
I'm going to enter in right now.
Hashtag Stats Wars Live, guys. Hashtag Stats Wars Live. Right now, you can win this. Cassandra Cain by Ray Anthony Height.
Can I enter, Mike? No.
Well, yeah, I said Mike entered.
Yeah, I
help. We need 6. That will make it 5.
Well, I guess that would help out everyone else.
That would help. We're trying to unlock it.
Yeah.
Hey, but that still we still would need 5 more.
Well, I'll see if everyone else can get 5 more, man.
Hashtag Stats Wars Live, guys. We're giving away this sketch right now by Ray Anthony Height. And you guys picked. I'm not going to show you guys what the other one is. But they were both by Ray Anthony Height. We need 6 more, guys. 6 more. We're giving away this sketch tonight by Ray Anthony Height. The great Ray Anthony Height. This is Cassandra Cain, Batgirl.
Did that go through? Do you see mine yet or no?
Not yet. I don't see it up. But
Okay.
right now, it'll pop up when it pops up. Come on, guys. Share this. Share this stream.
There it is.
Share this stream. Mark's trying to help y'all out. Oh, guess what? We need 5. We need 5, guys.
I'm in it to win it, man. I want that sketch.
I know. I was about to say.
Get it, man. Who wants this?
I ain't trying to help
you. You guys want this? This is Ray Anthony Height. This is tonight's prize. And that's because you guys got to 14 so quick. That's fantastic. So I upped it up. Dude, this is a fantastic prize, guys. Like, I don't know what could be better than this for free tonight. Ray Anthony Height? Are you guys kidding me?
So Mike, your top 20. So this was the prelude for top 20. Are those some of the stuff like we've never seen before? Like, do you hold those like in a box, inside a box, in a safe where we haven't seen it, where neither me or Mike have seen that? Because I see your books. You flash the merchandise every now and then, you know.
Listen, so, Mike and I share everything. Okay, so there's no way.
Yeah, I share like you've seen these books, especially if you guys follow Stats Wars Comics on Instagram. Yeah. You've seen these books throughout the years. But the Claw.
We'll know your order though of how.
Yeah, like he made me have to think about like stratifying things.
Yeah,
and ranking them. So that kind of changes it a little bit. Hey guys, if you guys are watching, we need 5 more entries to win this sketch by Ray Anthony Height. Hashtag Stats Wars Live, dude. This is insane. This is insane. That's insane. We need 5 more, guys. Where y'all at? Share this live, guys. We're giving away a sketch tonight. Ray Anthony Height.
Where'd you get that at, too? Like
CCR.
Okay.
Comic-Con Revolution. That should be called LA Comic-Con. That to me feels like home more than LA Comic-Con.
It's like an hour away from LA, man.
But it feels more like LA. With that said, so guys, we are moving on to the last topic of the night. as we are still collecting hashtag Stats Wars Live, as you guys see, this is tonight's prize right here. A sketch, a nice one too. A Cassandra Cain. Let us know. Let me see if anything went up. We need 5 more, guys. We got 15 though. That is great. That was last week's. That was last week's threshold. But as we move up, we haven't given away anything like this. And look at that, dude. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it, man.
That's hard. So anyway, we are at the time where we talk about our Sig Slayers updates, right? Talk about what's cracking. So, man, I'm trying to figure this whatnot thing out, like how often I want to do it. Because I want to put new stuff up, but then I don't be having time to like curate because I want it to be cool. So I'm looking for that like happy medium where I have like the time. So I'm thinking like maybe every 2 weeks I might do whatnot, but I'm doing whatnot tomorrow for sure. And I have a list of stuff, man. I got Mike McNola Sigs I'm dropping tomorrow. It's still we got all kinds of stuff. We got Brian Baldwin Sigs, bunch of Scott Snyder's, Joel Jones, Jenny Friesen, bunch of Sigs tomorrow. And just pretty much name your price. We just make deals, and that's how we roll. And yeah, man, a lot of cats sleep, man, but they're seeing in short order that there's a lot of good deals happening on that whatnot. So check us out tomorrow, 4:00 Eastern. On whatnot, Sig Slayers on whatnot, and yeah, I got a stack of books that I just pulled out yesterday that are fire. Yeah, definitely going to want to check out the whatnot tomorrow, and in the morning I'm going to add more books to that list. So yeah, there will be some slab books and also a bunch of signed books. So they're all signed books, COAs. Yes, they will have COAs. And also, for books $20 and up, the COAs come with it for $20 and below, $2 for the COA. So you guys know what's cracking. Yeah, so that's how we're doing that on whatnot tomorrow. But today, hashtag Stats Wars Live. You can put this in and you can win this sketch tonight. Just by hashtag Stats Wars Live. We need 5 more entries. I think that's very doable. Share this stream. Like this stream. We need 5 more entries tonight, guys. And we'll win this sketch. 5 more entries tonight.
I think
that sketch. What up? You said something?
Well, how many people we have watching right now, man? I think
we have 5, but they could be they could be 5 people that already entered. So we need hashtag Stats Wars Live. Oh, here we go. There we go. Q Simmons. Uh-oh. We need 4 more people. Hold on. Q Simmons. I don't see that. See, that's 5.
He's one of my buddies. Show him the sketch real fast. He just hopped on. He hasn't seen it yet.
But Q said that should be 6, right? 16. Boom.
Boom.
You win this bad girl, guys. Hashtag Stats Wars Live in the YouTube stream. Sig Slayers. And please like the stream. Please like this stream. It really helps us out. We need 5 more. Q Simmons in the house. We're trying to give away this tonight.
Wait, he put hashtag Stash War Live.
He
my
misspelled
bad.
it. Stash Wars Live. Do it again, Q Simmons. Thank you for checking that, Mark.
I was gonna
Stash
say
Wars.
I think that
with the S. With the S. There we go. I'm glad. Yeah, Stash Wars Live. Just like there. Let's leave that up. Stash Wars Live. Do it again, Q Simmons. There we go. Yeah, not Stash War Live. Stash Wars Live. There we go. But yeah, we're trying to get this away. And maybe you might win this, Q Simmons. Maybe it might be Mark. Maybe it might be Mike. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of SIGs that I have that either one of them will want.
See, now I'm combing through the comments and seeing, like, did anyone misspell it?
Oh, you're coming through. Yeah, so we're trying to get this away. So, okay, so like I said, what not tomorrow? We're trying to get away this Ray Anthony hype sketch tonight. What not tomorrow? eBay. Okay, so I'm doing a major eBay drop on Monday. So, yeah, and that's going to be probably another like 60 or 70 books, half signed, half unsigned. Another Silver Age Batman drop, Silver Age Detective Comics drop, and a bunch of SIGs. So we got a bunch of SIGs, and all of those SIGs will have COAs. And so yeah, so it's cracking. Sig Slayers on eBay, Sig Slayers on whatnot. It is cracking. Check them both out, and don't be afraid to make offers. And that's another fantastic way to support this channel. And thank you for all the people that have been supporting the channel in that way. Really appreciate it. It's been wonderful. But yeah, we got mad heat we dropping. So I definitely wanted to talk about that. So tomorrow, whatnot, and like I said, Magnola, Jim Starlin, heat like that, Joel Jones, Art Germ, stuff like that. Just mad heat. Francis Monopole. We got just a bunch of SIGs. So and I would say 75% of them are COA. So they're dope. And like I said, we have like 3 or 4 slabs. So check that out tomorrow on the whatnot. Make a deal happen. Make a deal happen. Now, Rodney Barnes, Mark.
Yeah.
Now this one, ironically, you weren't available for this Rodney Barnes episode that's dropping on Sig Slayers on next Thursday coming up.
I miss out every time, man. Rodney's the king of roast, man, and I always miss out every time that he roasts someone. So you're gonna want to see this one. I want to see this one. I haven't seen anything.
Oh my God, you guys gonna want to see this one. Shout out to the homie Quan for Quan Chang art. Quan gets roasted, dude. Quan gets roasted. Oh my God, Quan gets roasted, dude. Like he cooks Quan. And it's the funniest thing ever, man. So yeah, so you're gonna get that. But we also talk about Batman Full Moon, which comes out on trade paperback on Wednesday at all your comic book shops. So you can pick up Batman Full Moon on Wednesday. Check out Rodney Barnes on Thursday on the Sig Slayer station. We're gonna be doing that, and we got a ton of sick ass guests. Oh my God, we have coming up in May. Marv Wolfman will be joining us on Sig Slayer Station coming up. I believe that's May 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have, after Rodney Barnes, we have Jay Holtham. You were talking about the Horizon Experiment, Mark, one of the writers for MF and Monsters. He's going to be the week after Rodney, so we see him in 2 weeks. But then, June 5th, premiering on the Sig Slayer station, we have the one and only Todd McFarlane, the Todd Father, will be joining Sig Slayers. Yeah, this guy backing up, almost risking his life for the fans. Right here, this dude right here.
I don't know why he had it back in, man.
Sig Slayers, huh?
I don't know why he had it back in.
Because he was trying to be cool, man. Like, when have you seen any of your favorite superhero creators back into a freaking parking lot? He was like, man, I'm about to show you guys. I'm about to reverse, bitch. I'm about to reverse out of this. I got a pickup truck. Look, I look like I live around the corner. He looked like he lived right around the corner.
They invited him to the carne.
Like, he didn't pull up in no Hummer or no nothing like that. This is the Todd Father, man. He's gonna be on this channel. Exclusive interview on Sig Slayers. Mark, what are your thoughts? Don't tell him anything other than, how do you feel knowing that Todd McFarlane is going to be on the channel? How do you feel knowing that he's going to be on the channel?
Man, I love Todd McFarlane, man. I think we're still young guns, like in the YouTube game and everything. But dude, we've had top talent, and it keeps on going. If you've seen the people that we released for the upcoming weeks, we're having Marv Wolfman on, Todd McFarlane on, and I think we're gonna get everyone in the game, man. I think we're if you know some if you want a comic creator and you want to hear something about them, I think eventually we're gonna have that comic creator on the channel.
Hey man, SCG said you about to have a nerdgasm with Todd McFarlane. I agree. I agree with you, SCG, like 100%. And then SCG also says he backs. Todd had to back in case he has to leave for a quick getaway, which I think makes perfect sense, especially for cats like us trying to get extra freebies on outside the venue. You're trying to get out. But Todd, he's strict with this one item per person policy. But this right here is absolutely hilarious, SEG. That is fantastic. But no, so we got an exciting month of May. We just had Saber Prasada last week to kick off the month.
Yeah.
Then we had Maury Hollowell. So what are your thoughts about Maury Hollowell this week on Sig Slayers?
Maury's great, man. He gives beautiful colors to some of his collaborators. Like he's worked a lot with Steve McNiven and some other of the cross gen people. So he did some work for Jimmy Chung too. And he's still in the game every now and then. I love what he said about his time at cross gen though, like about fooling around after hours, him showing up for the late shift and playing foosball, and it was like an 8-hour gig, and he's saying like that's the best thing that they had. Sadly, that was consumed by Marvel, and Marvel does kind of what they do sometimes, so that's what happened across gen. But someone bring that back, someone bring back a comic publisher with a 9 to 5 that provides dental and health insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. What I liked about Maury's interview is that he had a very interesting take on AI in comics, and a very unconventional take on it. And so, but realistic. So check that out. You'll be in for a treat. And obviously, he's been a part of some of the more popular modern Marvel crossovers, and especially the ones that actually made it to screen. And him being such a comic book fan and having that clout to his name as a fan to be able to say, I worked on source material that kind of made some high points of the MCU. So Stash War Live, it's Stash Wars with an S. Stash Wars with an S. We need 5 more. Stash Wars Live, just like this. Stash Wars Live. Let me see. Did Joffrey do it right the first time? Let me see. Oh, so he did it. He did it already, though.
It doesn't add more if they do it twice, do they?
It doesn't add more, no, but he did it right already. He did it already. But this Q Simmons, he could do it right, and it would make it 16. So if he was still watching, it would be if he does Stash Wars Live, then we will only need 4. And then we're trying to give away this sketch right here.
Call the homies, man, because I want to win this.
Yeah, man. Tell your homies to pull up to the live.
Yeah.
We're trying to give this. They're trying to give this out. Ray Anthony Height. It's fire. What else? Oh, so yeah, so that's this week. And then next week also we have this month's episode of The Process with David Barron, and we're going to be having special guest Brad Voss. What I love about what David's doing with season 2 with The Process is that he's 1, interviewing people, 2, He's also talking about aspects of the industry that the creator slash talent has to face in one way or another, whether it's on a production angle or on the Comic-Con angle, right? And this week's episode is talking about the creator's experience at a Comic-Con and what they have to do, or just the realities of, you know, having to be at a Comic-Con, and especially as an up-and-coming creator, whether on a self-published end or you're just the artist, but you don't necessarily have like anything you're working on, but you have a table because you're, you know, drawing things for people and stuff like that and selling prints. So that whole reality, they break down, and you see things from that perspective. And I think it's very insightful, and you guys would definitely like that. And each episode, it only gets bigger. The guest gets bigger. So I heard things like Energon universe, right? Well, we have a major player in the Energon universe coming up soon on the process. And so yeah, it's only going to be getting bigger here on the Sig Slayer station. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do it now. You know, hit that subscribe button and also share, because we're trying to give away a sketch. And we got 5 more entries. 5 more entries. We can do it. We can do it. But we got 15, Mark. And it took us what, 2 or 3, I think 2 tries, 3 tries.
Yeah.
To crack that. So on the fact that we hit 15 2 weeks in a row is a good marker. But 25, that's not impossible. It's not impossible. And then so like in closing, guys, I just want to let everybody know, because you know we're in the 6 layer station portion, and yeah, hey, if anybody want to call in. You know, we still got time, especially if you want to call in and tell people to use their hashtags. Call in and tell people to use their hashtags. Somebody call in this link here, and I'm gonna put it in the chat one more time. There we go. I just put it in there. Yeah, use that link right there. Join the live.
Okay.
Tell them to use the hashtag, guys. Right? That would be awesome.
Siblings.
Mark?
I'm gonna call up my 6 siblings and tell them to enter in right now.
Yeah,
man,
do it.
Man, that would be awesome. We need people to do it. Hashtag Stash Wars Live. We need cats. We need 5 people to crack this, to open this up, man. And that would be fantastic if we can cross 20. Unlock 2 consecutive weeks. That would be pretty amazing. But moving forward, guys, and the reason why I'm trying to give away a sketch is because next week we won't be going live. So you guys will see us again. Let me look at my calendar here. Let me get it together.
June 6th.
Is it June 6th?
Think so.
No, where are we at here? We're on the 9th. Yeah, we'll go. We're on the 9th. Yeah, no, we'll come back. We'll come back on the 30th. We're gonna come back on the 30th, and then I definitely want to have a panel discussion. So we'll have a panel discussion. So we'll be back Friday the 30th right here, and we're going to continue this countdown at another date, and we'll start with 20 to 10, and that's when it's going to get really real. We need people to put those hashtags Stats Wars Live in. There we go.
Look at Grand Animal.
There we go. He came in. We need 4 more, guys. 4 more. We could unlock this sketch. Man, shout out to Q Simmons for coming back.
I think Grand Admiral Burtis just showed up. See, okay.
There we go. Grand Admiral Burtis is into his house. What up? That's my guy. We need 3 now, guys. Dude, Ray Anthony Heights sketch. Come on, guys.
Call up a homie.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like y'all know what's up, man. Shout out to Grand Admiral Burtis, man. That's my man Daniel, man. He's the man. Another Jin Lee fan. Big Jim Lee fan. So yeah, we need 3. I was watching on. Hey, he was watching on. Okay. Oh, you was watching on. Hey, man, this is where all the fun is at, man. This is where you can join the fun, man. But hey, I don't care if you're watching on Instagram or on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it always, man. We appreciate it always. But we just cracked our record though, and so now we need 3 more. Now we're in uncharted territory. So if we get 3 more, not only will we unlock the prize, that'll be the most entries thus far, and it'll be the first time we go back to back unlocking. So this is fantastic. We need 3 more, guys. Tell your homies to pull up, and please smash the like button. Smash the like button. Come by, smash that like button. Shout out to everybody that's watching everywhere, but we're giving this out. We're trying to give this out. We need 3 more entries to unlock this Ray Anthony hype. Cassandra Cain. This is sick. So yeah, as I was saying, as we're wrapping up, but we got 3 more. It's so flipping doable. It's so flipping doable. As we're wrapping up, we'll be back here Friday, May 30. And that's the day after Marv Wolfman, Mark. That's when I'm going to come back because that's a historic interview. Okay. So we want to talk about Marv Wolfman when we come back. And so get your Marv Wolfman stories together. Get your Marv Wolfman trivia together. May 30, because we're really going to talk about Marv Wolfman. I can't believe that we're going to interview Marv Wolfman, and it's just something that we want to share with you guys. So when we get back, we will have a stash war, and we still will give away something if we cross that path. There we go. Black Spiders is in the house. Black Spiders is in the house. Hold on. We need 2 more. What? We need 2 more. Tell somebody to pull up. We're giving away a Ray Anthony hype. Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain. This is insane. Ray Anthony hype tonight. Cassandra Cain going insane. Black Spiders is in the house. What up, man? Hey, man, we're trying to give away a Albert Bales. Did he do it? Did that make it a 19? I think he already did it, though. Hold on. Yeah, he already did it. Yeah, we need 2 more. Uh-oh. There's Magali.
There we go.
Hey, man, maybe she'll win. I already know who this is going to if she wins. Wolfman doesn't get enough credit. Yes. So May 30th. We need 1 more, guys. 1 more to run this. And that would be fantastic. Wolfman doesn't get enough credit, and we are freaking ecstatic to interview him. So you definitely want to check this out. It took a lot of coordination. Shout out to Mark for making that happen. But yeah, man, you've been killing it,
dude,
this year with the guest coordination.
You want to hear a story, man? So early on in my days of journalism, when I was running it alone, when I wasn't part of Stash Wars, man, when I was in a Sig Slayer. So I interviewed Marv Wolfman by myself at Comic-Con Revolution, and then I fumbled that, man. So I completed the whole interview, check back, look at my phone, didn't have my mic on.
No
audio. No, I did the whole interview, no audio. So that was my first interview with Marv Wolfman. So I still had his email. So here was
mistake.
Hey, but the second time was great though, man. I thought my questions weren't as good as this time. He put on a good show. He had the questions beforehand and everything. So
it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope, man.
Give me a preview. What's one of the questions? Are you going to talk about Crisis?
Yeah, man. We get anything Marvel related, man. We talk. Mark and I discussed, and yeah, we get into Crisis, all that stuff, man. But like, you guys, like, yeah, check it out, man. But we got Rodney Barnes coming up this week. We got some stuff happening before then, and so I'm just letting you guys know when we come back on the 30th, May 30th. We're gonna chop it up about Marv Wolfman in depth, and so I don't want to get into it in full blast tonight because we're gonna talk about it in depth. I'm gonna bust out the Marv Wolfman pack of SIGs because I have a whole bunch. Because believe it or not, Marv Wolfman is one of the first creators that I got like just in mass SIGs from, and so I got a ton of Marv Wolfman. Oh, did Marv Wolfman ever work for Marvel? Show him your favorite comic tonight, Mike. Show him your favorite comic you showed tonight, Mike. Yeah.
Did Marv Wolfman work for Marvel? He created Blade, right? I mean, he was the man at Marvel. Where is it? Sorry. Oh, here we go. Black Cat. Look at that. Marv Wolfman SIG right there. Yeah, Marv Wolfman created like 20 characters for Marvel. So.
Wolfman created Bullseye, Black Cat, Blade.
Bullseye, that was it.
Yeah, he had a thing for bees back in his Marvel time. But
we need one more entry, guys. One more entry to unlock this Ray Anthony Hyatt Inner Stash Wars Live, and we can run this draw. And that would be a great way to end the night. We need one more person. Excuse me.
Yeah, he also, Marv Wolfman did Nova. Also, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Terex the Tamer. Moonstone. He did a crazy amount.
His co-editor in chief with Len Wayne.
Wow.
Right?
And yeah, Marv Wolfman got the job super young, right? Wasn't he like 19 or something?
We talk about that too, man. It's going to be great, man. That's going to be fantastic. And I just want to remind everybody that's in. I'm gonna go solo for a moment while we waiting on hashtag Stash Wars Live. I have a whole stack of sketches that I'm going to be running once a month for members. Okay, number 20 is on the way. He's signing on. Okay, that's what I want to. That's what I want to see. Number 20. Yes, there we go. We need one more, but we strongly consider everybody. People that are really like winning things. We have a whole suite of sketches that we're going to be raffling off in the ensuing months, and they are 80 years of Batman sketches. This one is the most recent one I got done. This is the final one. This is Mike DiCarlo on Nightwing. But then we're going to release all of these are all sketches. We got several Batman ones, and they're all good. They're all good. So, guys, we're going to be raffling these off to our members. We're also going to be having members-only content where you guys will be able to see other aspects of some of our interviews that is not going to make the cut that I edit. So we have that. But each month, man, we're going to be giving away a lot of cool things, man, that you won't be able to get anywhere. Even some of the prizes that you got that we didn't qualify for, they'll be available to members. So think about this, $199, $299 a month can get you some free art. And like I said, when the numbers are low, that means the win probability will be high. And we'll make all of the member announcements live here on Sig Slayers Station on Stash Wars Live. So, but not just those sketches. We'll also be giving away other things, signed books, etc., merchandise, a lot of things, and shout outs. So please support us, man. We put in a lot of work. We're one of the youngest channels on YouTube, but we're bringing heat. We're already bringing you guys Todd McFarlane within our first year, and Marv Wolfman, and we're giving away Ray Anthony Height tonight. Let's see. Hold on. We're at 19.
Still not yet. No.
Not yet, but it's all good. Moonstone Comics. Yes. So we're almost there. So please consider being a member on our channel. Definitely subscribe to the Sig Slayer Station and like this video. And we're looking for one more hashtag Stash Wars Live to win tonight's prize.
Where can you get the membership again, Mike? It's on OnlyFans or
OnlyFans? What the fuck are you talking about? No, it'll be posted on YouTube. Like there's a membership tab on our channel page, and then on Monday I'll be explaining all the membership tiers and all of that stuff. So check that. But yeah, you can become a member. And, I have that already set up, so anybody can be a member now. But I'm just letting people know ahead of time that we will be. There's at least 15 sketches that are all on these official 80 years of Batman, and they're all Batman related. And there's multiple Batman in here. There's a Joker. There's some kick-ass artists too, guys. So only Sigs. Now that right there.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, only Sigs.
Yeah, so yeah, join our Only Sigs membership.
Nice.
Grand Admiral Bird is for the fucking quote of the night. I love it. That use your hashtag. We need one more, guys. One more. Space Case is gonna make he's gonna turn into Nutcase because geez, we just one more and we can run this. It's all gonna drive us crazy. That's I love it. I just saw that tonight. You can tell me. Can anyone tell me what New Mutant sign on the inside cover by Claremont is worth? Okay, so New Mutants. What issue? Let us know, Jim Bolton. What issue?
And do hashtag Stash Wars Live, and you can win.
Oh yeah, and put hashtag Stash Wars Live in too.
And you can win a sketch.
Do that next, and then tell us what issue did. So New Mutants #1 with Claremont on the inside. Is that the one with what's his name that we Bob McLeod?
Bob McLeod. So Bob McLeod did both the graphic novel, so the big size one.
Hey Jim Bolton, can you put in Stash Wars Live in the comments? There we go. There it is. Woo! We did it. We did 20. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay.
Roll it.
Put that down. So Bob, so let's finish this question by Jim. Yeah, hashtag, but it's okay. Mark, the Bob McLeod, Chris Claremont, that's the graphic novel, New Mutants, right?
And then he also they do the ongoing series after that. So I want to know what he's talking about. I want to know if he's talking
he said #1. I think he said #1.
So I would say that's not the graphic novel, I guess. So
it wasn't a graphic novel though. It was just one of those. They used to do those magazine issues.
They were called Marvel graphic novels. So
I don't remember them being a graphic novel though. I mean, I think you're exaggerating on that.
The first one, well, they might have exaggerated on the length of them, but the first
let me answer this. So Mike Seer 26 on IG. Shout out to him. We're broadcasting live on Instagram and we're on YouTube, and he's asking what's one run that I needed to read in order to be a legit comic collector. Okay, well, I don't think there's like, something that you need to read to be legit. I think what makes you legit is that you really are sincere in what you like, and that you enjoy that. We're about to run this, guys. Oh my god. What is one series that I need to read? No, okay, there he is. So there he is here. He came here. Perfect.
Action Comics.
The entire run.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I wanted the Grand Admiral Burtis see this. Hey, Grand Admiral Burtis, did you see this? This didn't make my top 20. Would you say that this is Neil's most iconic Superman cover, Grand Admiral Burtis? He's funny. If you don't read it, you're not a fan. That's funny. What would you say about this Grand Admiral Burtis? Is this Neil's most iconic? All right, you guys. Let me go say, what did he say here? I'm going to read it all. That's funny. Okay, so, yes, and he hated that cover. Yep, you're right. Neil did not like that cover. You're absolutely right. He talked about the anatomy of it. You're absolutely. He mentioned that when he signed this book. Great trivia. Okay, now, the only thing left to do is somebody need to say roll it so we can run tonight's winner. Somebody put roll it in the chat. He hated the stretching. Yep. He hated the stretching leg. To go over the words. Yep.
Now we're talking. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Roll it. Roll it. There we go. We're about to roll this, dude. Hey, guys. And this is for this tonight. So everybody know, this is what we're giving. This is about to roll right now, guys. Roll it. Hey, much love to everybody that joined us tonight. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Yeah, much love to everybody. And may the force be with you all. I'm about to roll it. We got 20, man. Congrats. Who's going to win this? Q Simmons. I knew it. He was going to win it. I knew he was going to win it. I knew he was going to win it.
That's hilarious.
I knew he was going to win it. I think I even said it. I was like, dude, because he came back and changed his name because he misspelled it. The artist is Ray Anthony Height, Black Spiders. Ray Anthony Height, man. Look him up. He's Marvel, DC, Star Wars. And this is one of his favorite characters. Q Simmons. He came back. You guys remember him. He misspelled Star Wars Live earlier. And then we were like, yo, we need you to do it again. When it was like 15 going on 16, right?
Hey, he did
and
it.
And it was like, we need you to do it again. And he did it again. He came back like minutes later. And changed it to Star Wars Live. And then we went from 15 to 16. And I believe I said he's going to mess around and win because of that. I don't know if you guys remember that. But like I had this feeling that Q Simmons was going to win because he had to do it twice. He made an error and he had to do it twice. Q Simmons. Yes. Yeah, give him his props, y'all.
Yeah.
What
No,
were you about to say, Mike?
No, I'm saying that he I told him because I know him from IG that he won, but he's working, so he's trying to get off the claimant.
He's trying to get off.
Yeah, well, because he's trying to. Yeah, so
he can just hit up Mike later.
Yeah, there we go. So that's what I was putting up right there. Q Simmons. You have to hit me up on IG at Stash Wars Comics. At Stash Wars Comics is right there. Yes. Yeah, you guys, hey, big respect to everybody. Respect to everybody that joined tonight. That was the most entries that we've had to date, and back to back. We needed to crack 15 last week, and those prizes are on the way, and they will be shipped out, and as well as this lovely. Let me show this up close. This lovely sketch that Q Simmons just won. And Q Simmons, there's my handle right there on Instagram. Let me know how to get this to you. Shout out to Ray Anthony Height for doing this for us. Shout out to Ray Anthony Height. You know, I'll be trying to get cool stuff to you guys, man. So y'all got to spread the word. Let us know what y'all want to talk about. Hit us up. Stash Wars Comics on Instagram. Sig Slayers on Instagram, either one. Let us know if you want to talk about certain topics. We interview people in animation, Greg Wiseman, Jeremy Adams. I mean, you name it. We just mentioned that we're going to be having Todd McFarlane here, Marv Wolfman, and this week coming up, Rodney Barnes, who is not only a fantastic writer in comics, but he also has a career in television and film. Don't say you slaps. Thoughts on PSA slaps? No, I will tell you that off the rip. Yeah, I'm on a PSA slap. I'm cracking that from the top ropes. Okay, it's a stack of PSA slabs. I'm just gonna yeah, dude. Those that's a waste of plastic.
Look at Mike. I want to say though, if you guys want to win the prizes, have your homies preloaded to watch and put hashtag Stash Wars Live, and it'll go a lot easier.
Hey, what you get him? Say it again.
So I'm saying
have them preloaded.
Yeah, have your homies preloaded. Give them the link to the live. Have them in here, and then they can put hashtag Stash Wars Live. They can help you win. They can become a new follower. They can watch if they want, and then we'll reach the number. We'll reach the higher numbers instead of you guys calling them halfway through to come in.
Yeah, man, but we did it, man. We did it. We reached the peak. We reached the summit. Q Simmons is the winner tonight, 2 weeks in a row. I am proud of the Stash fam. We were able to do it. We're able to give this to a first-time winner at that. And this is a legit comic book artist, Ray Anthony Height. We don't mess around here. Q Simmons, holler at us on Stash Wars Comics on Instagram. And then we'll get that to you. No problem, man. Oh my goodness. That was another fantastic Friday, guys. I am happy. Thank you guys so much for joining us, man. This was another treat. So let's do final words. We'll start with you, Mike. This is your first time on the show. What did you think? What was your experience?
Honestly, it was terrible. I had to listen to you guys talk for 3 hours. It was the worst ever. I can't believe I did this. I should get an award just for being here.
We do this.
I know this was normal. I loved it. This is what we normally do. It was just hanging out, talking. So man.
Let us know in the chat how we did tonight too, guys. We appreciate the love. Let us know in the chat, how did you guys enjoy tonight's stream? We appreciate let us know. And if you've seen any of our videos on the channel, the interviews, all the great interviews, the Jeff Johnses, the Jason Fabox, all of those, let us know. Please subscribe. Thank you so much, Jim Bolton. Thank you so much. Each week get bigger. And we are. It's getting bigger next week, Black Spiders. You damn Skippy. Thank you so much. This is great, man. This is fantastic. So I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to say anything, but no, thanks for having me on the show. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you for joining us, man. This ain't gonna be your last time. Mark, my man. Any places you're gonna be in the upcoming weeks? We're not gonna be here until the 30th.
CCR's coming up.
Yes.
Um, other
We
than
should have
that,
went over that tonight.
I can't really think of anything. But I did want to.
Monster Palooza. It's a horror event. It's a horror comics, but it's the biggest
that.
one in the United States. It's the last weekend of this month.
I guess
That's
Monster.
a good one. You always go to that, Mike.
I love it. Yeah, I'm getting my. This is off topic, but I'm getting my Hellboy triple sign there by the cast.
All the actors.
Stuff is Guillermo del Toro and Mike Mignola, and I put that bad boy up in my hallway.
They're achievable. That's achievable.
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah.
I did want to answer Jim Bolton's question about New Mutants. I think it'd be like name that price. I think it'd be like maybe a $40 to maybe $100, depending on what you got.
And it's raw, right? It's raw. It depends on the condition. Inside the first pager, those are those are usually a sign of like old school Sigs, right? So that market, some people are usually wanting signatures on the cover, so that might lower the value if you're trying to sell it. It just depends, because people nowadays like the signature on the cover. So I think you're right on that, Mark. It's a name that price. I would say, okay, so how much is the New Mutants #1 raw, like unsigned, verifying their mint? How much you're saying?
Unsigned, maybe like if it's not the graphic novel, it's the first issue of the series. I think it was like maybe 20.
So $20 with Claremont. I would say
up to 40.
I would say about $40, $35-$40. It's on the front cover.
If it's
are you talking about? Wait. Are you talking about the graphic novel or issue 1?
Issue 1.
Issue 1's like $10, I think, because I just bought it.
I'll see.
First print.
I got
print. So if it's $10,
yeah,
and
I
it's
got
decent condition.
Yeah, well, I got mine at Spiro's, so it might have just been a good deal.
Okay, so if that Spiro's is at least very fine, because that's all only they do. So
the graphic novel is from 40 to 230, depending on the condition and whether so.
Right. So yeah, so I would say with Chris Claremont Sig on it, it was a $10 to $15 book. Like I said, $35, $30, $35, $40, and that fits is clean, and that's on the first page. Nowadays, Chris Claremont goes to a lot of shows. You can get that book signed like anytime you want, and you will get it on the front cover.
You got to wait the line.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mike, you got to warn them about the line, though. That's a commitment. That was a.
We will. We will when we the next time Chris Claremont is at a show and we're reviewing cons, and when we get back, when we get back, that'll be the thick of convention season, going into June and July. So we're going to be doing a lot of Comic-Con previews in the ensuing lives. But yeah, so next show Chris Claremont's going to be at, we're definitely going to let people know about all of the things you need to be aware of to be in the Chris Claremont line.
I was going to say,
yeah, shout out to Spiro's Heroes. That shop goes hard. Yeah, man, Spiro's Heroes is my folks. Okay, those are my folks. Okay, shout out to Elliot. Shout out to my man Reza, the Redeemer. And shout out to my boy Kevin, and all of them over there, man. All of them. Those are my guys. Spiro's.
I think it's one of the most reasonable price back issue place. Like if you're looking for a good deal, you go there. You'll probably find it.
That's my home. That's my home. Like I used to work there, so that's that. Those are my folks. But yeah, and I'm glad that we all have these kind of relationships with these shops, man. So we will talk about LCSs and comic book shops and be able to big up our comic book shops in future lives as well, because we got to keep the hobby going. So we got to shout out the places that make the hobby go, which are the comic book shops. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Mark, so you said Comic-Con Revolution is next weekend. Yeah. We're going to have tons of footage on that. So guys, please follow Honorable Villain and Spy Mike, right?
Yeah, Spy Mike.
Yeah, Spy Mike on Instagram. Shout out to P Dots. Yeah, P Dots Comics in Pasadena. Man, yeah, P Dot, that's the homie. Yes. Spiro's Heroes, Jim Bolton, they specialize in golden age to modern back issues. So they have silver age there, definitely. And they're all reasonable prices. It's the best back issue shop to me in LA. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased. So that's definitely the real. Comic-Con Revolution, Mark. Who are you looking forward to the most there?
Pachalo, man. I'm
Chris
a big
Pachalo.
big Vertigo guy, and he did the Shade the Changing Man series, so that's one of them.
So
come on, Mark Bagley, a legend, man. Carnage.
No, I was going to say, I know you're going to be there to see Mark Bagley tonight.
Pachalo, though. Not over Chris Pachalo.
Pacello's great too, but I mean Mark Bagley.
Mark Bagley's
no competition
cool,
there.
Not over Chris Pachalo, okay? Do you understand?
That's an argument for another day.
I just saw Mark Bagley like a couple months ago. So yeah. Chris Pachalo, he doesn't come around that often, but that's a good one. Yeah. So definitely get footage for that. We'll be unpacking that. We'll be talking about Dallas Fan Expo. That's coming up soon as well. And then Heroes is upon us. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of things we're going to be talking about in ensuing weeks. So please subscribe to Sig Slayer Station. Do that now. Follow us on Stash Wars Comics, and then _ honorable villain and Sig Slayers, all on Instagram. But it's all on the Stash Wars. It's all on the Sig Slayer Station channel. All of our contacts are all there. So you could just click those links and get to our socials. But I want to congratulate Q Simmons one more time for winning this awesome sketch. What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. Is it here? I've been showing so much stuff. Here we go. Q Simmons, you won this tonight, and we'll get this out to you as soon as I get your info. And man, and I just want to say, shout out to everybody that watched tonight. Check out our interviews. Month is sizzling hot with hot interviews, and leading up to June. June is not going to disappoint either. And check out our the schedule for the Stash Wars Live. It's every Friday. But guys, I'm having a baby any day now, so I have to take some weeks off. So we're going to resume on the 30th. Okay, so May 30th is when we're going to resume, and then every Friday after that. And then some of our lives will be on location, like when we go to San Diego. So it's going to be fun. So check us out every Friday starting May 30th at 9 o'clock Eastern. So 9 o'clock Eastern every Friday we'll be here. But I'm taking a couple weeks off. Got a new addition to the family. Got to celebrate. So we're going to do that. But when we come back, we're coming back with a vengeance, talking about Marv Wolfman and a bunch of other stuff. So please, set your, click that notification and subscribe to the Sig Slayer Station. It's going to be great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, we're really excited. So I really appreciate the Mazel Tov. I really do. And we're expecting. So I'm excited. So when we come back, it's going to be crazy. We're going to come back a fresh set of prizes. Don't hesitate to become a member. Check out the channel. I'll be breaking that down because, like I said, we're going to be giving away prizes all the time. Okay, so this would be a great way to learn about the creators, learn about the community and all the things that's going on, and to get cool shit. And so we're going to keep that going. So definitely become a member. Support this channel any way you can. I'll be on Whatnot tomorrow, selling some bangers, and I repeat, bangers. All signed comics tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. So check that out. This is the Sig Slayer Station. We're about to sign up out of here. We are out. Peace. Sig Slayer.